Can I just do a rain check and check everybody can hear me? People, Deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Good afternoon to those of you in the UK. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. Welcome to the Arsenal versus Chelsea Live Watchalong with myself, people. Can I do a rain check? Like I said, can I confirm you can all hear me? Because obviously I'm using a different laptop. I've successfully got a scoreboard in for you lot, so hopefully everything's cushy. I'm a bit nervous about the audio, people, so please let me know if you lot can actually hear me or we're in trouble in that regards, people. I'm not trying to... I know I had some issues with that in my last live stream. I'm not just trying to keep chatting if that's an issue. So, yeah, please let me know, obviously. Actually, make sure all the settings are cushy as well on my end. Is that it as well? So, yeah. Okay, you're clear. Thank you. I'm shook, people. I'm not going to cap to you lot. I'm shook. Obviously, I'm not the technology man. Shout out to Sky, to Russia, and the rest of the members, them. Obviously, you lot always like, DG, where's the scoreboard, man? Where's the scoreboard? You lot been driving me mad. I get it. So, I've tried my best. The scoreboard's here. I'm still getting used to it. Like, I've actually got to fling over the screen and stuff. Like I said, I'm using different software, but you lot cry about the scoreboard. So yeah, when the game gets going, there's a scoreboard. You lot be able to actually listen in real time. I'll still shout out the minutes if you lot want, but you lot can stop being on to me. I hope everybody's well and safe. As I said, please make sure you're hitting the like button now that we've dealt with all the technical issues and we appear to be all right. I apologize that the green screen isn't looking as crisp as it could. You can't have everything, people. I'm trying, people. One day it will all be wavy. We'll have stuff that will rival Sky Sports and things, but for now we need to build. And as I said, it's Arsenal versus Chelsea. It's Chelsea versus Arsenal. I can't lie to you lot, people. There's not a single reason to give Arsenal a chance, but listen, I want 3 points today. If we lose, it is where it is. I want war today, man. I know Jack is the captain and all of these things, and he's a big character. Say what you want about the man. Say if you want him here or not. Facts is he's playing today. I need him and everyone to resonate what the fans want. Whether we win, lose, or draw today, I need 11 players, whoever plays. I need you to leave knowing you gave everything. You need to honestly be able to look your conscience in the mirror at night and say you gave it everything. I'm tired of the self-implodement and whatnot. You know, there's not a reason to give us a chance. Chelsea are a fantastic team. They're European champions. Tuchel, you know, tactical genius. Their players are playing well. They're in a better way than us. Like I said, million sorts of reasons. They won last week. It's a problem for us. Our home form was atrocious. You've got the fans there. Mikel Arteta and these players make a big song and dance about it. Give the fans something to get behind. The fans will always defend the club. You know, whether protests were happening, whether fans are happy with what's going on, listen, that's all irrelevant. On the field, I want to see a decent performance. Like I said, I'm nervous of Chelsea. I don't give us a chance, but it's a war thing today, man. I can't lie. It's a London derby, man. It is what it is. Maybe it's a bit of Matisse getting under my skin pores as well. Shout out Matisse and all them Chelsea fans that support the thing. But as I said, I want war today, people. I really want war today, man. That war has to be in the air. Get your score predictions and all of those sort of things in them things there, people. Get your opinions and whatnot. Obviously, in relation to the lineup, shout out to Prince Teddy as well. I see you. He's so kind enough to provide me with the starting lineups of both teams. You'll see them below on the screen. Again, on this laptop, it's a bit different how you share screen. I would share. Let me see if I can share screen. If I can share screen, you know, we don't really want to show Chelsea first. But yeah, Arsenal's lineup, if you can see it, you've got Leno, Cedric, Holding, Marie, Tierney, Xhaka, Lokonga, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Saka, Martinelli. Now, I know what I'm going to get with my young players. You know, we know what our young players are. Realistically, it shouldn't be on them to perform in a game of this magnitude, supposedly on paper, Arsenal versus Chelsea. It speaks for itself. But They're the only ones. Truthfully, I'll support everyone, but they're the only ones I have faith in. You know, my number 7, Saka, Smith Rowe, number 10, obviously Martinelli. Whatever you say, he puts in the shift. Tierney, exception to the rule. Again, everyone gets my support, but I'm looking at the young players. Big opportunities today for Lokonga, of course. Obviously, you can't not look at that lineup and not see Cedric. I mean, what are we doing with Maitland-Niles then? You know, fair enough. There's an alternative reason that I don't believe this, people, but maybe Maitland-Niles is in Arteta's plans, and right now Cedric is just doing better than him, so Arteta's gone with him. But if I look at it now, I'm not saying Cedric shouldn't have started. I'm going to get onto him, but I had Maitland-Niles down in my lineup. So if Bellerin's not on the bench, obviously Chambers is on the bench. Maitland-Niles wing back 3 at the back. He used to get a look in when it used to go from a 4 to a 3. So he's not getting a look in. What are we doing there, really? Big opportunity for Cedric. Say what you want. Me personally, I think I speak for, I'm not going to say every Arsenal fan, but if you're not screaming sign a midfielder or even sign a striker, you're honestly in your heart saying we need a right back, or you should really. You know, at best, these guys are going to be flavour of the months. You know, they're going to be riding high in April, shot down in May. Like you see, these right backs that we've done there so far, they give you these 3-4 games, you think, maybe we've plugged the gap, we don't need to buy one. And with respect to each and every one of them, they confirm each and every time that we can't quite trust you for 38 games. Opportunity for Cedric. I want you to have a good game, like with everyone. Cedric in that wing-back row, I need you to support. Holding Marie and Kieran Tierney, I assume, is the back 3. We can't not look at that lineup and not speak about the back 3 people. When you look at that again, Marie, last couple times you've played Chelsea, even when we won, you gave away a penalty. You played Buki in one game. Last game, he played Buki. I need you to kind of be the street smart of the 3. You know, Tierney speaks for himself. I don't need to speak about that. Hopefully Tierney and I assume Saka on the left-hand side, lock it down. Xhaka will probably peel over there. You know, we're very left-hand centric as it is as a team. But yeah, I'm looking at Marie. Of course, obviously, like I said, we've got to understand our teammates. Marie's never going to become a lightning quick player. Regardless of what you lot think he's playing today, innit? Whether I rate him, you rate him, he's playing today. He has to turn up on his own accord, but understand your teammates. You know, Marie, if he's playing in the central of that back 3, don't let him get drawn into wide areas. Like you lot have seen, it gets long. You know, I'm not trying to be harsh. It gets long. Understand your teammates. If you know your fullback is short, like me, when I play with H. Wrongans, you know, he knows it's probably going to go over my head. So he steps a yard back and patterns it. Understand your teammates in that regard, please. I need to see a lot from that right-hand side. That's why maybe, just maybe, Saka might be there. I don't really know. Smith Rowe speaks for himself. I need the pressing. I need you to muck in midfield. Martinelli, I need you to set it. You know, we beg for you to start. You're still learning. I personally think fans need to calm it down with some of the Martinelli hype. But I can't blame them because I love the guy and he's 30. And I think, not that people have forgotten about him, but with Smith Rowe's emergence, with Saka just getting better and better, becoming number 7, all of them sort of things, I think, man, I've forgotten. Like, he's one of the bosses out here as well. But hopefully he can show something. Leno, again, whatever you say about Ramsdale, he's on the bench. Again, God willing, he doesn't play because if a keeper has to be sub, something has to be extremely wrong unless a madness happens. But for me, you know, that's competition. You know, you've seen him probably for how many days or whatever. Ramsdale's been in training sessions now. That's competition. Put in a shift. That whole back five, you know, including Leno. So not really even a back 5, a back 6, including the keeper. Communication is key. Midfield communication is key. We know what to expect with Chelsea. Very good possession side. They're going to suffocate us. We're going to have to be behind the ball 11 men in our own half for large periods. We're going to have to deal with the runners. Again, I actually don't even know who the lineup is, but Havertz, Mount, all these sort of guys, they get into the pockets and they do the Smith Rowe thing. So we have to deal with it. And again, communication is key. Speaking, passing people on. Don't just do your job. Same way, on that note, I hope you woke up with football in your mind. I hope all week you lot have been performing because, as I said, win, lose or draw, we need to put in a performance. Credible performance. You need to respect the Arsenal. Not that anyone that's not at that ground, but I could have went and I said, no, I'm not paying 80, 90 quid. You know, to go out. I'm not feeling it at this moment in time. You know, I was optimistic, blindly optimistic. I'm not feeling it. So for them Arsenal fans that have gone, you need to show them something because again, we speak about the home atmosphere. You know, you see probably what Southampton kind of did, you know, against United in their draw. The 12th man did something. The fans will always support, but you got to give them something to support. And in general, this is our first home game of the season. Forget if it's Chelsea. It's our first home game of the season. If we're trying to improve based on last year, you lot all remember how terrible, quite frankly, our home form was. Forget the opposition, set out a marker, you know, because these are the things you lot should have been thinking about when you went to LA and all of these sort of things and all these things you lot get to do in pre-season. Must be nice. Any of you watch DG? I know you players must do. Bring me, man, innit? Bring me, wingman and that. But obviously, on a serious note, It's a massive season. Like I said, you know, as you lot know, diamonds are not made, and if there's no pressure, again, you have to suffer and suffer and suffer. If we really want Europe, if we really want Champions League, if you really want to be just having better seasons, you need to go out and put in performances in games like this. Arguably, our problem was the weaker games, you know. So again, consistency is key. You've got to pull it in. Facts is, we lost to Brentford, you know, but end of the day, it's game week 2. Write a new story. Don't get, you know, and even if we do win, regardless, it stays for this evening, and then we go again on Monday, because again, we've got City, and again, it's not going to get any easier. We cannot feel sorry for ourselves. The Premier League is long. It's very long. You lot all want to say you're Arsenal footballers, do what you want to do. So hopefully they stand up to be counted. One love to Aubameyang, he's on the bench. You know him, he's been battling corona and whatnot. Sadly, obviously, due to COVID, Ben White, I believe, is absent. So thoughts are with anybody suffering with COVID in general. You've got young Balogun on the bench. You know, hopefully gets an opportunity. Nelson's on the bench. You know, the Nelsons, the Maitland-Niles, even the Kolasinac here, he's off the Fenerbahce. Don't really know what their short, medium, or long-term futures are saying, but for now, their options on the bench, in it. So once again, Leno, Cedric, Holding, Marie, Kieran Tierney, Xhaka, Sambi Lokonga, Emil Smith-Rowe, Pepe, Saka, and Martinelli. And again, I know I focused a lot on that midfield and defensive unit, people. Press from the front. Again, our keeper is our first attacker. Our first defender is Martinelli. This is not me name dropping. This is facts. And Chelsea typified that. You know, they can create, City more so, but on our opponents, they can create goals all over the field. Their centre-halves show you how to play a back three. Your centre-halves have to want to be brave. Be brave, be bold. Because if anything happens today, this is why I want a performance. What are people going to say? I'm going to sit here. You lot are going to listen. You lot are going to say the opinions. What are we going to say? That we weren't switched on. That we bottled it. That we never had heart. That we never had passion. Things that I said every week, unfortunately, about this football club. If you know what they're going to write, F it. Have a go. Please, people, just put in a decent performance, man. I'm not trying to be here talking about the numerous calamities that, you know, we could talk about. And for me, learn your lessons, pre-season or not. That Chelsea game in pre-season was atrocious. You know, if they had Lukaku, who is starting, you know, at that time, if it was 3 points on the line, they might have been more ruthless. And again, when you think of German managers and Thomas Tuchel, it's efficiency and effectiveness. There's no way he would have let that game in pre-season at that time go without banging on this importance and also reiterating it today. So that's it, people. I'm done with the passion merchant thing. Sorry, people. I will get into your comments. But where we have it, Chelsea are concerned. You've got Mendy, Spilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, Reece James, Jorginho. Hopefully, Jorginho plays for us once again. Kovacic, Alonso, Mason, Mount, Lukaku, Havertz. I believe Pulisic. There was rumours Chilwell was missing out. So good to see he's on the bench, because I don't know if the online thing is real, but they were saying he had a problem with COVID. So, yeah, obviously, the team speaks for itself. Chelsea are great on the counter-attack. They can suffocate you with the ball. They've got fantastic movement. They've got street-smart individuals all around the team. You know, Lukaku's buzzing. He's making his debut. What better debut to do than to terrorize us? You know, he said Jogba was his idol. That's what Jogba used to do. I don't think you'll ever be class, no matter what you do, because you're a better goal scorer than him, but you'll never be classed better than Jogba or higher in Chelsea's estimation in Jogba. But you can do your best to endear yourself, and starting today. Havertz, for me, you should relish a man like Lukaku now. I don't think you're going to see a Lukaku-Martinez-esque, quite that partnership, but esque, because Lukaku should be doing, obviously he's a goal scorer, but kind of doing what Giroud used to do for France. If I'm a more smaller sort of player, the more techie guys, you want to play with someone like Lukaku. Lukaku isn't going to run at guys too many times. So, yeah, little knock-ons and things like that. Of course, Lukaku finishes goals, you know, and he's going to get a lot of service. Kovacic, fantastic dribbler with the ball in the middle. So, again, make tactical fouls. Again, clearly, back 3-5 out of possession. You've got Reece James, you know, you've got Alonso, who is very good going forward. Again, we know what to expect. We know what we should expect. I don't need to spend time speaking about this team. It's a fantastic team. Credit where it's due. Mendy, Spilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, Reece James, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso, Mount, Lukaku, and Havertz. Please get your predictions in relation to a prediction. My brain is saying me 4-5-1 Chelsea, to be fair with you. It could get long if I'm completely honest with you. But my heart is, just a 2-1 Arsenal, a humble 1-0, it will do, man. And, you know, obviously we're missing a lot of players. You know, Aubameyang's on the bench, but even if he comes off the bench, I know he's trained, but what condition is he in? And with respect to Aubameyang, on the best of days, for the foreseeable future, or at the moment, he hasn't really been firing, so he's not at condition. You know, we've had players and still bottled, but you can't really call on Aubameyang, Lacazette, Partey, Gabriel, even Ben White, regardless of if he would or wouldn't have had a good time against Lukaku. I'm not looking for sympathy saying that. These things happen in the season. Does it make our task even harder? Yes. But you telling me this can't be a hazard? You know, if you're a plumber or some sort of trade, you have to account for cutting your finger 1 or 2 times. This is going to happen. This is occupational hazards. Everyone gets injuries. You know, Kante's on the bench. You know, Kante probably one of the first names on the team sheet. So I'm not saying he's injured, but he's clearly not in the best physical state. And I'm a bit ignorant because I'm not a Chelsea fan, but who's to say anybody starting's 100%? These things happen in the season. Injuries, bad form, all of these things. Like I said, it's not easy tasks. And I know it's been a difficult start to the season and, you know, we would have loved an easier one, but boy, you know, I kind of love it in ways because if anybody's still on some nonsense at this club, you can see that it can't happen if you're going to excel people. So, yeah, that's the Chelsea lineup. I'll leave it for a while. Let me bring up people's comments, man. Heart betting on a winner, not since. Smash the likes on the way in, people. One love, everybody. Is Pepe playing up front or on the wing? I'd assume on the flanks. Pablo Marie versus Lukaku. Bro, Lukaku's going to... Lukaku's going to relish it against all of them. Let's be real. But that's for them to pass him on. You know, when you play a man like Lukaku, you need to be humble. It's not a testosterone thing. You can't pocket him alone. He's a man monster. But if you communicate, if you double up, if someone drops off, what can he do? You know, he's not Neymar. He's a fantastic footballer, but you have to be humble. It's like when you're playing someone like Mo Salah. You can't pocket him. You know, he's going to run past you 1-2 times. You need to be humble and talk. Communication is key. And again, when I look at this captain, when I look at Chelsea, a lot of communication. You know, Chelsea are not perfect, you know. They're not perfect. I can give them a lot of plaudits, but they're not perfect. I look at them as potential league contenders because I believe they have the ability, and that's what Thomas Tuchel has said. If I'm looking at them on that scale, they don't kill games. They can kill games. They, you know, I just said it, us in pre-season. Super Cup. They won these games, but they didn't kill them. Now, if I look at it, City even against Norwich, again, you have to be fair to the opposition, but 5-0, whether you think City killed it or not, there was hunger. Sometimes Chelsea should be doing that in the first 10 minutes, like against us. Like, again, if you're not switched on, they will. So, again, they're not killers. And make it difficult for them, you know. I don't think any player connected with them is going to be complacent, but if they think it's a holiday, make it difficult. As I said, I just want a degree of fearlessness because you're expected to lose. You know what Match of the Day is going to say. You know what Talk Sport or Talk Shite is going to say. You know what half these things are going to say. You know they're going to question your gaffer. You know some of your teammates are going to get scapegoated more so than others, whether they've played well or not. You know the meltdowns on the socials. You know exactly what is going to happen. You know in yourself you played poor, you know. Again, all I'd say is go out there and don't come back knowing you didn't give everything, innit? If you give you everything and it's still not enough, what can I tell? What can I say? But I don't want it to. If that is the case, let me speak about how good Chelsea were. Don't let me speak about the numerous versions of us self-imploding or someone not switching on or not switching on for the first 10 and all of this. It's 90 minutes of football. I don't care if you're good for 10 and poor for the rest. It doesn't work like that. Same way, it doesn't matter how good we were since Christmas. The league does not work like that. Take the positives and all that shite, yes. But come on now. Stop the Disney Channel stuff, man. Football is real life now. They need to turn up, man. I'm not asking for much. I can't lie. The minimum is maximum effort. And there's teams worse than us that are not on this, man. One love to everyone. Man said, G, scoreboard. Soon, lad, man. It's going to be a bit tricky operating that. We're 10 minutes before kickoff, man. Can you put the camera down? What do you mean? Listen, man. Just allow me, man. We done a lot just to get the scoreboard. So just allow me, man. We're just getting to this point. Not confident at all. I'm in a fucking mood, man. I wasn't confident. I'm still not confident. I'm going to get shook when kickoff is, but it's a war thing now, man. Like, at some point, if you're backed into a corner, you either accept your fate or you hit back now, man. And if we're going to die, you might as well die on your feet, innit? Rather than begging on your knees if it's a that thing. So you might as well, like, just turn up, man. It don't matter how good they are. At the end of the day, football is football. You turn up more than your opponents, you do a thing. Or by that logic, Southampton should have got F all from today. Really. Now, 9 times out of 10, if you play 10 games, United are going to smack up Southampton with respect to Southampton fans. But today, they applied themselves, whatever their game plan was. You know, a lot of variables went against them. You know, they couldn't nick the game even. You know, United conceding cheap goals again. You know, there's other talking points. But fundamentally, they turn up half a chance, got something from the game. There's going to be times Chelsea, as good as they are, teams are going to be doing that sort of performance against them this season and they'll drop points, same way everybody was. Spurs against City. Again, not to praise Spurs, but again, you have half a chance if you turn the fuck up. Pardon my language. In fact, one love to everyone who's young out here, but man, it's London derby, man. It's not, listen, I know I want to make it and get mainstream, but it's not one of them ones, man. It means lower the camera. Hey, man, you're going to have to allow me, man. It's a this thing right now. I think that's as good as it can get, broski. So, yeah, I tried, man. I do try my best for you. Let me flick the Arsenal one back on. What are you lot saying? Lukaku is going to bully Arsenal the way Drogba did, isn't he? I hope not, but, boy, I lacked as well. I didn't even put Lukaku in my fantasy team. I put Ben White, but I got shagged. I thought Ben White, you know, when everyone bets for Lukaku, I tried to be one of them. Lukaku might have a bad game. Ben White turns up and say, I told you so. But, yeah, man, I got shagged. Absolutely shagged. With that front line, we should be confident pressing. Pardon me, we should. But again, I need you to muck in because Chelsea make it uncomfortable for them playing out from the back and see how confident the centre halves really are. But what happens when they beat that press? You know, what happens when they beat the press? So again, coordination is key. Filling in is key. Reading situations. It might not, you might be, you know, someone might be free in the middle and you might be a winger, but you've clocked what's going on. And if a ball gets thread like that Chelsea midfield can, it's long for us. So you might just read that and fill in. It's one of them games. It's one of them games they try and counter. If you got to take a yellow, you got to take a little yellow. You got to do it. It's one of them ones. If you miss next game, you miss next game. It's one of them ones. You know, when we beat Oakwood to win the league title, the gaffer was like, I'll pay you lots yellow cards. Suddenly, everyone was on catching the yellow, but you got to do them ones. My guy, Martin Odegaard, is out. New signing, and that can play no part today, but looking saucy. You know, Arsenal's got that jacket. That jacket is looking good, isn't it? Can't lie, man. They might sucker me in. That jacket's looking wavy, man. Never felt this low about Arsenal, man, and I hate it. I've tried my best to rally the troops, man, but I can't do it, man. It's a testosterone thing, J-Wo. 100%. It's just it's an effort thing. It's an effort thing. We got by saying 3-1 Chelsea. Lukaku disaster class. I hope so. You know, I hope Holding turns up for it and pockets it, but it is what it is. You know, Mr. R is on you lot, but I ain't gonna repeat what he's saying, but fair play. So true, we gotta be switched on from the whistle, bro. Forget that, bro. You gotta be switched on from Monday. Forget the Brentford game. You know you're playing Chelsea this week. You gotta be on this since Monday. You can't just turn up. It's too late. 6 minutes until kickoff. Get your head straight. But if you're not there now, if you gotta back some Ray quickly, you can get some Dutch courage. You gotta do something. I'm sure Maitland-Niles has got something as well, something else if you need that, but you got to do something. You got to listen to some music or G yourself up somehow. You got 6 minutes. On that topic, please make sure you're hitting the like button, people. Where are we at for likes? We're at 119. So one love for everybody who's hit the like button so far. Please keep running that up if you haven't already. And is what it is. What else you said? I think it's going to be 2-1 to Arsenal. I hope so, man. I hope so. Ethan has said, I'm going 2-0 Chelsea. Hey, if Chelsea are to win, I hope they allow it in it, like a respectable scoreline. For me, I'd want to send a statement out because, yeah, they scored a lot of goals against Palace and things, but they don't really have to. They have to be at their maximum to get against us, but they kind of don't. And I think they should send a statement out to their fans, man. Kill games. Like I said, there's bound to be Chelsea fans. Wow, they are good in that. Couple question marks. We got to remember Chelsea got a bag of things in their eyes to prove. Can you be title contenders? I'm sure not every question in all Chelsea fans' minds is answered about the football club. 2-1 Arsenal. Our fans are way too pessimistic. We've got a good team out there. I hear you, bro, but I can't. Apart from the young players and Tierney and maybe Xhaka flying into a foul, I can't blame fans because it's not even isolated to this incident. It's just what's been going on. Underdog factor can work in our favor. No expectations. Chelsea could have lowered their guard. True, but it's all about, for me, how do you react when things go wrong? How do you react if you got to go down? How do you react if you actually do what we think, you know, you play well for 10 minutes. You're like, oh, this is all right. We're doing everything. And Chelsea counter-attack. You cut you open in 2-3 passes and you concede. How do you react from that? Are you going to say, what? It's football. We've been a goal down before. Or are people going to start crumbling? Are people going to start hiding? It's one of them games. You know, Chelsea are out first. They're looking quite switched on. Jorginho, I hope you're playing for us again like you always do. Aspilicueta's looking serious, people. I can't even cap. 3-0 to Chelsea. Come on, man. You know, shout out Scott. You know, just saying, come on, you Gunners and that. Just rallying the troops and that. Come on. People, just rally the troops, man. They got to give us something, man. They got to give us something, but F it, people, man. If we expect to lose, we might as well have some optimism. Yes, Lokonga, pray to God. We need that. We need that. Xhaka, same way. We need that. Everyone. Tierney, I don't even know what he's drinking, but I know it's from Scotland, so I'm just going to support it and support him. My left back. That's the only reason I would have went to the game, man. I would have got some nice seats next to Tini like I did in pre-season and just keep screaming my left back, fullback union and them things there. Once again, where Arsenal's concerned, you've got Leno, you've got Cedric, you've got Holding, Marie, Tierney, Granit Xhaka, Sambi Lokonga, Emil Smith-Rowe, Pepe Saka, and Martinelli. For Chelsea, Mendy, Aspilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, James, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso, Mason Mount, Lukaku, and Kai Havertz. I'd even say they benched Kepa, Chilwell, Chalobah, bit deep for Chalobah, really. Thiago Silva, Zuma, Kante, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, and Werner. If you are, if you're just joining and you don't know who's on Arsenal's bench, new signing Ramsdale, Callum Chambers, Kolasinac, for how long he's still an Arsenal player, is also there. Tavares, Maitland-Niles, El Nene, Nelson, Balogun, and Aubameyang. So not really too much off our bench. Realistic attacking options beyond the obvious of Balogun being a striker and Nelson being obviously a winger. Probably looking at an Aubameyang, how fit he is, what he's able to give you, then you're probably looking at a Tavares sort of thing. So it's one of them ones. Unfortunately, people, I'm going to have to remove this earlier than usual and stop sharing my screen. I can still say the lineup and that to you purely because I need to move the OBS software over to this screen just so. Oh. Why is it not working? Okay, that's a cop block. But yeah, I'm trying to move the OBS software basically so I can obviously fuck with the timer. I mean, we've done it before, so what's going on here? So all this about, lad. What's this about, lad? You're showing off for people, man. Because when you're on Twitch, you don't do none of this, bro. You're showing off. What is it? Okay, we're back in business. Okay. Learning every day. I'll play my position. Cool. So yeah, where's my timer, people? Where's the timer now? Sorry, folks. I'm trying to find that. I should just be the talent, man. I shouldn't have to do this. This is a buzzer, but yeah, man. Let me just check this timer is working. All right, you see it there, people. You see it there? Hey. Don't know what's there, but let me rewind it. Let me stop because did it vanish? What happened there? Kickoff is imminent, people. Hit the like button. That was a mess, isn't it? That was wavy. This is exciting pressing this, man. Done it on Twitch before, but it is what it is. Make sure you're hitting those like buttons, people. Kickoff is imminent. Arteta looks focused. Too cool looks. If looks could kill, he looks like he's down for killing some Arsenal youths today. I mean, it'd be nice if kickoff was actually there so I could just do this thing. Arsenal will kick off. Xhaka and Smith-Rowe are number 10. First time wearing the number 10 in front of the home fans in an official Premier League home game. Knees are being taken. Come on, Saka. Bukayo, let's do this. It is what it is now, man. Kickoff has happened, people. Make sure you're hitting the like button and all of those sort of things. Mendy in possession. Lukaku's going to be in Holding's pocket just like Costa was. By God's grace, ball's here with Alonso. Alonso's played a right-footed pass in field. Granit with a header. Come on, boys. Come on. Martinelli, go in for that. Lokonga. Whoever does dirt today, I'm not getting onto you for the rest of the season, man. Rob Holding goes back to Ledo. It feels like something's in the air. Let me not get gassed. I don't know why. Maybe just because I expect Chelsea to smack us up. I'm just so surprised by anything we do that is positive. But is what it is, people. Or not even a minute into the game, we've gone long and lost it yet again. Game appears, at least for these opening periods, it's going to be more open than I thought as Smith-Rowe plays it to Lokonga. Lokonga almost gets caught lacking in possession, pops it off to Suarez. Holding's a big character. Lokonga with the what do you call them skill there again? He dropped his shoulder. Xhaka with a cute little touch. Something's in the air today. Come, people, let's do something. Xhaka, that's a good ball. Saka, go down. Smith-Rowe bangs it. 1 minute on into the game. Positive start. Just another 89 to go. Weak-footed effort from Smith-Rowe, but it's positive. It's positive. Again, how do we react if Chelsea go and counter you and score? I can't lie. Chelsea made a mess of that defensively. Christensen should do a lot better against someone half his size in Saka, but Toloa and them thing there where Saka's concerned. Shout to little Chile. Granit Xhaka wins the ball, but no one backs him for the second. Good little turn from, I believe, Mason Mount. Cute little footballer he is on the ball. Jorginho. Very good midfielder, very slept on, but you know, cream rises to the top eventually, and now he's flavour of the month once again. Rudiger in possession here, folks. Come on, S. Positive, we're doing all right, man. Big up the Ugandan ones and all the ones there that are tuning in from Africa. You're also going with 2-1. Arsenal faces look scared, said someone. Can you blame anyone for that, really and truly? Chelsea advancing, and here it is with Alonso. This is one of the things I was most scared of. Alonso against Cedric. Cedric allows him inside. You can't really afford for that. Reece James, I don't think Xhaka's known too much about that, but it's smacked him in his face. Xhaka, dark hearts. I hope he's all right, but if you're legitimately not all right, you need to milk that. We need to do what we can to take stings out of games and game management. I hope he's all right, though, on a serious note. Took one straight to the knock to the face. Shot from Reece James. As a fullback, I know he got a bit of a nosebleed. You know, Reece James is booky. He probably is going to wrap that into the top bin still. But, yeah, man. Cedric will help Pepe unless he gets pinned. I'm happy to see him selected. Same way Pepe's got to help Cedric, you know. Pardon me, because Alonso likes to get wide. We've started okay. Anyone got a link? Share up the links. Montel, it was timing, man. It was timing. I'm happy to hear you lot all got you're happy with the time and things. I think I've actually got to pause it because we're about 23 seconds ahead, people. But we are still 3 minutes in same way. So far, so good. 80 odd minutes to go, folks. Mikel Arteta's won his last 3 games as Arsenal manager against Chelsea. Hopefully he can make it 4, folks. You know, hopefully nothing is serious about Granit Xhaka. He's been down for a while. You know, it's probably just taking this sting out of him and that. One of them ones. I'm on 2 minutes. I don't. You lot asked for the timer. You lot got the timer now in relation to where you lot are at. Man, have to allow me, Jack. Oh, if you want. Oh, yeah. Shout out to everyone you can't necessarily see, but I'm at 3. I'm with Sky Sports, bro. I'm at 350 odd. Pre the screen, man. Pre the screen. I've been waiting so long to say that to you lot. You lot can leave me alone now. What you lot do now is you lot issues. Rudiger. I don't know if any Chelsea fans here, but has he signed a new deal? Surely teams got to be eyeing him up on the free. As you know, they can talk. Foreign teams can chat to him from January. Plays over here with Azpilicueta. I'm liking our shape defensively. Jorginho's palmed it first time to Reece James. Reece James. Mount. Off the ball is what's going to make the difference to us today. We know they're a very good team on the ball, as you lot can see. Rudiger, look at it. Like I said at the start, we've got to be prepared for this. 11 men in our own half, looking over our shoulders, communicating. Even a 1-2 nervy moments where they hit the post or it whistles in and all of those sort of things. Kai Havertz shoots. It's deflected. It'll be a throw-in. Bro, why are you always like a whole minute ahead, bro? It's not my fault, bro. I'm not a minute ahead. Smith Rowe, lovely drop of the shoulders. Ref, come on. And that's the same thing we've got to do. As annoying as that is from Alonso. Ref, that's a yellow. First one or not, that is a yellow. Undoubtedly a yellow card. But Smith Rowe could have broke there. More of that, man. These little things just give the fans positivity, man. Rob Holding. Granit. Saka. That's poor from Saka. I don't know. He's tried to pop it around the corner. I don't know who he saw there. And it's back here with Chelsea. It's with Mendy. Mendy has played it short to Christensen. Christensen, is he going to go long? Kind of forced to. And Jack has won the header. Saka, that's a heavy touch, but he's got it over here. It's here with Kieran Tierney. You see a bit more confidence from Xhaka, a bit too much confidence there. He's got caught lacking. Go down. Ref! Dark arts, ref! I mean, we tried to buy one. We're lying there, aren't we, Xhaka? We both know we're lying. You caught lacking on the ball just as I was screaming for confidence. Fine line between confidence and overconfidence. We got the Indonesian Gooners. Told you from time he's your best youngster. S, you're always here, so I already know you're referring to Smith Rowe. I mean, I'm just happy as an Arsenal fan to have that debate. Like, for me, it's Saka, but I'm just happy to have them. Mendy, hey, Mendy, I rate it. Keep doing them shaky moments. Mendy took forever to distribute the ball, and he could have got caught lacking. I mean, the press has been good, the shape has been good, but Chelsea are starting to bypass it. Effing fantastic football from Chelsea there. We've won it back eventually, but I mean, if you love football, you know, Jorginho, cute little flick round the corner. Absolutely lovely there. Christensen. Again, it's all fun and games being able to do this in the first 6, 7 odd minutes. Can you do that in the last 6, 7 when the lactic acid is settling? When, you know, when people are getting tired, when there's more space. Speaking of space, there's a lot of space for Reece James here. Tierney, stop that cross, please. Tierney, stop the cross. Doesn't stop the cross. It sails across. Alonso headers it. Eventually cleared by Tierney. Martinelli, get the foul. Martinelli, oof, loses out to Rudiger. I think that's too easy. I think you've got to look for a foul there. You've got to look over your shoulder and read him coming and let him come crashing down the back of you. Pause. Kovacic, Reece James. Make sure we're hitting those like buttons, folks. One love. Alonso. So far, the shape's been good. I don't want to talk negativity into existence, but it's all right. Kovacic, Jorginho on the ball, showing their abilities as expected. That was a lovely ball from Jorginho, or attempted lovely balls from Jorginho over there to Lukaku. You know, 8 minutes in, I haven't mentioned Lukaku's name. I don't want to talk things into existence, but so far, so good. And such a strikers, you don't need to see them for 89 minutes. They score in the 90th, make themselves a hero. You can see already Lukaku, he's taking his time. He's assessing. He looks like the weak link. He's seeing where he can smell blood. He's stood on the Marie instantly. He's peeled over to Holding, seeing what he's about. Right now, it's looking like he's trying to get at Tierney. Don't let the size fool you. You know, the Flying Scotsman. And this is what I'm saying. We've got to help people. Leno, long ball. How many do we expect to win long? But somehow it's fallen to Saka. Saka, drive. Oh, Saka, you got to believe in yourself there. It's here with Tierney. There's no options in the box, so I don't know if he puts it in, what's going to happen. He's giving it back to Saka. Saka and Tierney almost make a mess of it, but it's into the box. It's whistled across. Alonso clears it. Come on, boys. We've got to believe a bit more. We've got to believe a tiny bit more in our abilities, man. It's here with Marino. Rob Holding. A lot of space, man. You know, a lot of space. Just enjoy yourself. Well, don't enjoy yourselves too much, but just relish it. I ain't said Pepe's name too much. Cedric, good ball. Lokonga, show me something on the ball. I love it. Good ball from Lokonga. Tierney, who's in the box? Exactly. Who's smelling blood? It's whistling. It's whistling across. Smell blood. Well in, Tierney. Lokonga fit well in. Confident plays, boys. Everything I wanted so far. Lovely ball. See it, do it. It can be done in 2 touches. As you can see, as a fullback, I mean, I never played Premier League football, but Alonso, clearly, no one's called. He's pulled it out really unnecessarily for a corner, but you take no risks. But again, such is the problem. No one wants Tierney to lead the assist chance. Smell blood. No one wants to score. Yeah. Pepe to take the corner now. I hope we've been working on corners in pre-season, folks. Pepe, ball in. It's back to post. Smith Rowe wins it. Ooh, that was smelly still. Ooh. That corner was tired. I can't lie. Ooh. I think people are saying people are hugging anyways. It spares Pepe's blushes, but that was dusty. Foul from Lokonga and Alonso. Bit of dark arts, but that was tired from us. Beautiful pass from Lokonga. Lokonga looks like a player he is, man. Holding wins the ball. Smith Rowe, bring it down. Smith Rowe. All right, he didn't bring it down, but I'm going to gas it anyways. It's here with Tierney. Tierney. Unnecessary Tierney. Why? Tierney, of you of all people. Martinelli, well in. Oh, come on. He's offside. But Tierney, I felt that was unnecessary. You didn't need to do that. I mean, we need to talk. You didn't need to knock it forward. If we've been told to do that, fair play. Oh, Lokonga's 30, man. I stopped showing Lukaku, man. Listen, I'm keen to see what he does in the Prem, but I mean, it's a bit disrespectful to the fans. The game's bigger than that. Marie wins his header. Saka gets caught lacking. Holding, first time, plays Pepe. Pepe, don't get caught lacking there. You can't lose it there, bro. Pepe. Oi. Say nothing. Say that. Drive, Pepe. Do him, Pepe. Pepe, where's the options? Thank you, Lokonga. You know what to do. Saka keeps it in. It's cool. The moves died. Need a bit more quality. But that's all right. Good little drive from Pepe. It's here with Bakayo. Bakayo, terrible from Bakayo. It's cleared. But, therefore been a more positive 11 minutes or so than I would have thought as an Arsenal fan. DG, you on filthy fellas. I watch it, but I've never been on it, if that's what you're asking. Kieran Tierney's gone backwards. He's found granite. Lokonga, boy, I told man to be excited about this player. Look at him in space. Cedric cutting. Oh, it's dead, Cedric. You killed it. Finds Pepe. Pepe goes backwards. It's here with Rob Holding. Rob Holding gives it back to Pepe. Pepe, show me something. Lokonga. Oh, you think Pepe put him in problems there? Lokonga's done well. Cedric, that was tired. Giving it cheaply back to Chelsea. Fouls don't get given that much, so certain men are going to have to ride challenges. Facts. Biting into the tackle. The boy looks hungry. Large up all the Enfield gunners. 100%. All the gooners out there, Daniel. You know, Enfield, you're not too far. How are we doing? We're doing all right. You know, it's 0-0, innit? That's the best I think I could tell any Arsenal fan not watching this. Now, on a serious note, again, still a long way to go, but we've started a bit more positive than a lot of us thought. You know, we've had some cute little passes. Ain't really forced nothing from Mendy yet. You know, ain't really made Mendy make a mad save. It's just been more positive than we initially expected, literally. You know, boys have knocked it around well, pressing fairly well, you know. Mark it off the ball. Can't ask anything more so far from the boys. But like I keep saying, long period to go, people. In fact, on that, I'm all forgetting about the Google Doc sheet and that. I'm meant to do the review of the game. Lukaku, we got on his first touch quite well and he's lost it. Him and Mason Mount have lost it. Pepe. Ooh, ref. Ooh. What? Whoa. How was the foul given against Pepe? Alonso, you could see what Alonso's angle was. He was going to come and do that anyways. Nah. Anyways, man, first 10. Sorry, people. First 10. What do I feel this first 10? Been expected. You know, off the ball. Did well. Positive on it. Not tested keeper. Alonso wins his header. Holding. It's getting a bit scrappy now. Need a bit more quality from the boys now for real with ourselves. We're a bit ahead on the timer. That's the most jarring thing about this timer, man. I actually have to watch it. But Alonso's found Kovacic. I mean, so far, you ain't said much about Lukaku. You ain't said much about Havertz. But again, they can cut you open. Kovacic, lovely football. He's here with Lukaku. Lukaku's first touch onto him. Done well. Again, follow the runners. It's a fantastic run from Reece James. If Reece James can find his man, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. It's 1-0. Lukaku has got his goal. We're done. You could see it. You could see it. You know, if you've got him in your fantasy league, that's it. And like I said, you've never been a goal down. Time to react. Time to react. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. That left-hand side switched off. Complete switching off. You could see the run. Tierney needs to talk to Saka. Saka and Tierney have got it completely wrong. No one has looked over their shoulder. Reece James is begging for the ball. Kovacic says, yeah, say nothing. You know, Marie's not strong enough. Gets moved off the ball, you know, in the run-up. You know, Lukaku just moves to him. Just says, come off me. Not good enough. Switch on. Switch on. I mean, where's the scoreboard thing, man? It's a shame. The debut of this thing is going to be changing away one. So, yeah, Chelsea are winning 1-0, folks. Again, you got to switch on. Terrible goal to concede, man. Not following runners. Very too easy. It's all about reaction, you know. Lukaku it was written in it, you know. And it shout to everyone who bet on that, getting their piece for that. It was written. It was always gonna happen. Always gonna happen. Always gonna happen. But yeah, it's how Arsenal react now. You've never been a goal down before. We need to skip ahead slightly. Yeah, Chelsea are winning 1-0, man. They ain't offside, man. Ain't no offside, bro. Follow the runners. Follow your runners. We spoke about this pre-game. Follow your runners. Reece James makes a run. You could see it. You lot saw it in lifetime. I said it to you. You don't follow your runners, you're in trouble. Anyways, we have to react now. Granit Xhaka, this long ball thing is dead now. Come on now. Come on now. You're not even putting a name on it. Guys are just kicking the ball forward now. Don't concede a goal and start crumbling. You've been goals down before. React. You didn't expect Chelsea to probably score, let alone score first. React. Smith Rowe, Saka. I mean, Saka does not look too sharp today. You know, little chilly, still the guy in that. Marie to Kieran Tierney. Very disappointed in Tierney and Saka. I can't lie to you. It's like Reece James was there for years. You could have, you know, do you know how long you could have counted there? How's your day been? Hey, every day I'm with you lot. It's a good one, man. Man said 12th man hype. Love how you got the time there. You know, one love to everybody feeling the time on, man. Oba puts that in. That's why Arteta needs to play him in his best position. Bakayo, Granite. Considering we're missing key players, we're doing all right. Granite, it's not the worst of balls. Pepe, come on, compete. Compete. Make it difficult for him, man. Come on, boys, man. Someone just needs to fly into attack. Just come on. You lot lost a bit of sting now. Still playing, though. Smith Rowe, Pepe. More 1-2s, more intricate, man. This individual thing is dead today. The one times you've looked to give Chelsea problems is when you've passed it forward and with urgency. Marie, Tierney. Come on, man. Marie, you set up Tierney there. Just giving the ball away a bit too cheaply for my liking. Half-time thoughts. Going long for no reason at times. That's something we have to reiterate. Lukaku, come on, man. Get on that first touch. Again, Reece James. Saka, you're narrow. Reece James on this right-hand side. Bearing in mind, he just got an assist. This time, you know, it looks like he'll win a corner for Chelsea. In fact, he probably could have saw it out. He's kept it in. I think that's a bit of inexperience from Reece James. He's done well, though, because it's still over here on the right-hand side for them. Maida is going to put a cross in. Does a 1-2 with Mount. The cross does come in. Leno collects. Quickly now. Quickly. Chelsea, a couple Chelsea guys have not even turned for the transition. Lokonga. Forward. Well in. Saka. Smith Rowe's the only guy there. Martinelli's there. You know, a sea of blue shirts. Smith Rowe and Saka, that was tired. Saka's made it look good. That was dead, though. I can't lie. We still got it. Well in, Saka. I know he plays for England, but that's fully the Niger strength there to keep the ball there. Shout out to all the Nigerians locked in. Granit Xhaka, Smith Rowe again. You know, we ain't really hurt them. You know, we've been all right on the ball. But Mendy ain't made no save. This is where Arsenal fans don't get confused. We've started a bit better. We expected to probably be 2-3 down, look a bit more capitulated. But when we had a little bit of possession, we didn't have any opportunities. And when you've got a striker like Lukaku, it's going to take them. As I said, have we learned our lessons from the preseason game? Because if Lukaku's not on the pitch, Werner might put that into the side nettings. There might be 2 or 3 of those before they score. As I said, you can see the replay. It's too easy from Marie, man. Too easy. You've lost your man. You know, Lukaku just wanted it more than you. Lukaku has wanted to score more than you've wanted to keep that out. It's too easy, bro. Look, man, doing up the foul thing, putting up the... You can't do that, man. There's got to be a bit more desire from Marie there. I can't lie. Very frustrating. Other than that, you've been all right. Mason Mount has his head in the clouds. You know, Tierney got stressed out there. You know, I can't understand. Lukaku is going to, you know, he's stronger than all of you lot. Stop trying to do the testosterone thing. Double up on him. This testosterone thing is dead. There's times for bravados. You can't have bravados now. Chelsea have a set piece, a corner, and they have a number of good players that can exploit this. Ball in. Leno's got a hand to it. It's falling to Jorginho. He's giving it to Mason Mount. Mason Mount gives it to Marcus Alonso. He could swing his left peg back and into it from the right-hand side. It's falling to Reece James. Reece James, good touch. Kovacic, you might as well bang it, even though I'm an Arsenal fan. Reece James, ball into the box. He's taking a deflection. Again, Lukaku's pull it over, but why has he won it more there, man? You lot are flat-footed. You're letting him run. Man, acting like he should, right? Come on, man. You make it uncomfortable for him. I'm not saying he's been amazing, but he should fancy it. Marie, you need to be on the get-back gang thing. It's happened. Let's move. Leno. And this is one of our problems, build-up play. And we're doing it against Chelsea. They are going to suffocate you really quickly. Not the best of passes from Leno. He sells Cedric short, in my opinion. Cedric is forced to go long. Pepe, can you hold on to it? Oi, oi! Pepe, Jorginho, you got ripped. Regardless of scoreline. Oi! It's now Saka. Saka, just do it alone, please. Saka, you bottled it. Saka, too much super malt in pre-season. You mute the one guy you wanted to fall with. Saka didn't look like he knew what he wanted to do, and the chances died. Tierney has got it back from Xhaka. Ball into the box, doesn't get past the first man, and it's here with Mason Mount. We've got to be wary on the counter-attack. No foul against him. Again, we're just about surviving against Lukaku. Forget all that, Saka. Good play from Pepe. Regardless of the scoreline, man, Arsenal fans, we got to clip that one up. Saka needs to bang it. He's thinking too much. a sharper Saka, he puts that one in, and that's something he's got to improve this season. If we're real with ourselves, goal scoring, you know, he's got to start putting them in and taking corners, I feel. But shout out little Chilly, man, my number 7. Rudiger in possession. He's here with Alonso. If you can't see on the scoreline, 20 odd minutes into this game, Arsenal 0, Chelsea 1. You know, we should expect to kind of be in this territory, to be fair. Still, for me, we're 20 odd minutes in and we ain't asked Mendy a question. And like I said, I actually feel in how I thought we'd start. We started a lot well. Holding beats Lukaku to it. But again, the first and second balls, you know, if we're beating Lukaku to it, his more technical teammates are getting onto it. And all right, man, but, you know, it'd be reaction at least. It's a reaction at least. I can't ask for much. Kai Havertz, that's a fantastic pass. Once again, Reece James is in acres of space. Reece James chops Tierney, squares it. I can't lie, that should be 2-0 to Chelsea between Reece James and Mason Mount. They need to hang their heads in shame. You know, Lukaku's begging for it. Once again, Saka and Tierney, better communication. Once again, they're getting too tight. You might have to take Saka off, you know. You might have to put Tavares, who by nature is more of a fullback. We're going to get in trouble there. You might have to, bro. I'm not Kolasinac biggest fan, but you might have to put, you know, you might have to throw a centre half at Chambers on and put Tierney at left back. Someone who thinks like that, because we're going to get in trouble there. You know, Saka would have been my option, but defensively, he's got to switch on. Him and Tierney need to switch the hell on. His more experienced teammate needs to talk, or we're going to get in problems here. We're going to be in problems, even more so than we are. Maria out, that's shame. Change the shape all over us. Too much super much. Say about it, man. Too much, man. Do you know what it is with Marie, bro? You got to make it uncomfortable, man. Because I'm sure Marie's better than a couple of them Burnley players. But them Burnley guys, if Lukaku's scoring, he's, you know, they're all getting mashed up in the goal and that as well, rolling in the goal. They're going down fighting. Like, all right, mate, you're not doing that. Like, Marie's just, he's gone for it and he's got scared, man. What can Pepe do? Alonso's won a lot of his headers, man. I'm shocked kind of at the amount of times we're going long because, I mean, have you looked at the teams? Where's Gabriel? He's back in training, which is positive. But in relation to this game, he can't help us because he's clearly not fit enough to participate. You know, I don't want to be that guy because if Marie isn't, I mean, if Saliba wasn't going to get game time, he needs to go on loan. But considering already what we're seeing at centre half, could Saliba not have, you know, done a thing? I don't know. I can't lie, the ref should have given Chelsea a free kick. How we've got that, I don't know. I'll take it regardless. Couple of decisions, the ref's moving a bit built for both teams. Lokonga's positioning is Buki. Do you see a way back for Arsenal in this match? It's not that we've not capitulated. You just need to literally shoot. Like, I won't say we're content, but it's like we're not losing 10-0 sort of thing, so it's all right. People need to react a bit better. I think we're losing one too many first and second balls, like I'm saying. You know, all Lukaku needs is one chance. But prior to that, you kind of kept him quiet. So there still is positives. Don't feel sorry for yourselves. As I said, performance, regardless of the result. And again, Chelsea don't kill games. Like I've said, don't let this be the game they kill. Good playing out from the back between Chelsea at the moment, people. And Rudiger's gone long. Can we win that first ball? It's in. Holding doesn't win that. Marie's in trouble with Lukaku there. Can't lie. Easy 3-0 today. We're allowing them to play. Arsenal ain't scoring, games over already. I mean, it'd be a shame if this is our second game without a goal, man. Regardless of that, though, man, one love to you lot that are tuned in, man. Win, lose, or draw, it's fantastic to do this with you lot. As I say, it's a privilege to, you know, have you lot on my channel and you lot building this and all your talking points and things. You know, I really appreciate the support, especially as we hit 40 and, you know, road to 50 and that begins. But Rob Holding's dealt with what he needs to deal with in that regards, and he has found his teammate in Tierney. Tierney forward, but there's nothing for him. Tierney, that was tired, man. Can't lie, man. Tierney weren't that great against Brentford. He looked a bit shaky. Not look shaky. Defensively, he's been a bit shaky today, man. And I always believe in the Flying Scotsman and still do. And once again, I'm just saying it. Look at Reece James, folks. Please look at Reece James. Looks like we've gone to a 4 slightly. But then again, what's going on? Like, see with Lukaku, like I said, Lukaku's rolled his man. Marie's done well to block the shot, but it's far too easy, man. It's far too easy. The ball into him. It's the ball into Lukaku. You know, somebody should be on the heels, allowing Marie to be the second guy. If he rolls Marie, there's someone else. Like I said, be humble enough to double up. Marie's cleared it. Martinelli, courageous effort, but he's on his J's, innit? We knew what was going to happen. I just hope Aubameyang's got at least 45 to at least half an hour in the tank, whether he comes on around them periods. Ball into Lukaku again. He shouldn't be able to take 2 touches. We should be on to Lukaku like a rush. You know, I'm sure being in the position you are in, Lukaku, you know, he gets a lot of interest from women. You need to be onto him more than any woman ever could. You need to want to see this guy's birthmarks and that pause. We're allowed it, like he should not be allowed to turn. If he turns, you foul him. Should be doubling up against him. These are the naiveties we need to arrest within our squad. Marie can't handle this. Marie giving chances as their candy. You lot are onto him, man. Appreciate you, Icy Jones, for hitting the like button. Come on, one love to you lot. We need to match this. We need to match them at this 3 at the back thing. Ball into Pepe. Rudiger's going to sweep that. Well, to be fair, Rudiger panicked more than I thought. I thought he would turn on that. He's normally more collected. So he must have been shook at Pepe there. He just straight rolls there. Chelsea will try and deal with it. Like I said, Chelsea at this moment haven't killed the game. Super Cup, they did not kill the game. They will kill the game if you keep allowing them to. You know, as you lot get tired, the Chelsea team will get longer and longer. You've seen on the transition, we look a bit shaky. Lokonga ball into the box. Martinelli, a courageous effort. Xhaka wins it. Ref! Xhaka, I beg, don't lose it. Lokonga, bang it, man. Ref, that's a corner. Ref, I need a yellow. I need something. Because we should have had a foul in the build-up. I'm lying, man. There ain't no foul there. I'm desperate, man. Come on, people. Allow me. To be fair, Xhaka's not been, I think Xhaka's been all right. He's got caught lacking. But I think he's tried to take, man, within certain man's capabilities. Saka way too narrow. Got to be an Arteta instruction. He's got to sense that danger. Why Tini got to look at him and say, F Arteta, I need you. Yeah, it's something like that. And as you can see now, or you've got to tell Xhaka to do that. But Xhaka's been playing more like a midfielder and less of that sort of left back thing in this game. So, like you said, it must have been told. And, Alonso's on the counter for Chelsea here. Alonso's found Lukaku. Lukaku shoots. It's into Lokonga. Second ball. What were you watching it like? We're fans. Do we like football? Saka now. Baggy touch from Saka. He's lost it, Saka. I love you, but you might need to come off, man. You're just not ready right now for the season. You're still a bit raw, man. Touch has been too heavy, man. Can't lie. I'm not, this is the problem with Arsenal, It's still a Saka FC and anything, but when the good players are not quite at it, it's a mad one. And it's not that we've been terrible either. Like, oh, man. I'll take a 1-0. Shit. Live to fight another day, boy. I'll take this. I want to win, of course, or get back in it, but I'll take this. 15 minutes or until half time, folks. I've just paused the timer because we're about 10 seconds ahead. You've switched off and you've given Chelsea the goal. Really? Look at that poor kick from Mendy. Bro, Chelsea are there for it, Chelsea will play like this against the next team in the league and they'll make it tougher. Look at Rudiger, baggy pass, but Pepe weren't ready and the touch is baggy. Now the transition, now we're in trouble because once again, you've got Reece James and now you've got Lukaku getting in between Marie and Holding. We live to fight another day, or do we? Because it's trickled out here to Mason Mount. Again, communication, boys. They're doing a number on us in that regard. Mason Mount, selfish for Mount. Fortunate for Arsenal, really. Lokonga. Good pass. Saka. Ooh, Xhaka. Asking a lot of Martinelli there. Asking a lot. Courageous effort. I keep saying it. Courageous effort. Disney Channel stuff. 10% luck, 50% skill. All that courageous sort of stuff for Martinelli. But in reality, he's dead, man. Like, we need to give our guys something more to work with, man. And Xhaka's pressing. I mean, Xhaka, are you sure you should be vacating that space? Is someone filling in for you, broski? because this Chelsea team are booky. You know, it's getting rolled into Lukaku on the counter attack. They're making runs off the ball and they're harming us. Pepe should have been on the left and Saka on the opposite. Lokonga's been our best player, in my opinion. Man said little Chilly playing with Tim's. I know, man. He must have swapped boots with Lukaku. Lukaku must have done something. Snuck into our dressing room and took his boots or something, man. But, you know, they ain't done much. You've handed that goal to Chelsea, really. And this is the thing, on the counter-attack, that first and second ball, man, we need to double up better. You see how Holding went with Lukaku, fortunate to win it, but he got left on his J. It's good from Holding into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe, I need a bit more, man. You're number 10, bro. I'm not saying you need to score 1 million goals, but I need to see a bit more, man. You started off positive. Last couple of periods been a bit quiet. Need to see you just turning and dribbling. Cedric, you need to lock down the role. That was a poor pass from Cedric, but it's got to Smith Rowe. Fair play. Better than that. Hey, ref. Oh, I played. Oh, I dive, Pepe. Please, Pepe. Oh, he should have got. Oh, leave your leg hanging, man. Pepe's done well. Xhaka. Tierney. Please, God, can we just score, man? We ain't scored this season, man. Tierney drops the shoulder. Saka says, no, I'm not giving it to you, Pepe. Lokonga, bang it. Forget everyone. Forget. Ay, oof. Would have been a lovely pass back round the corner from him. Xhaka's done well to win the first header, but again, the counter-attack now. Oh, that's a yellow card for Marie, but I don't mind that. First time I've seen someone get tight to Lukaku. Can't do that too many times or you're off. Madness there. Can't do that too many times, and I can't lie, Lukaku's in his head. But you'd more want your midfielders to do that. Madman for you, I can't lie. Mad tackle from Marie, but that's more of that. Jorginho is class. We've got nothing like that in our team, in fact. Right, is that rain? Bro, London is mad. Could never be rain. I need to shut that window, folks. One sec, folks. I'm still here. Oh, I can't leave yet. Alonso's on the counter. He's found Lukaku. Xhaka's won it. But look at Reece James. It's going to be 2-0. We're done. You lot are done for. 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 Again. You lot are done. Safe. Can't defend like that, brother. Reece James gets a goal now to match his assist. So much space. Once again, people, I keep telling you, look, the transitions on the counter. This happened in the preseason game. You can't defend like this. Saka is too narrow. Once again, like Tini is not looking, bro. You lot are fucking about, bro. Oi. Tini's tried the madman sliding thing. Is dead. Mason Mount gets an assist. That's a goal straight from Cobham. Fullbacks. And that's Reece James' first goal since September 2020. He sure knows when to pick him, innit? Boy. And now it's a very gazy scoreline because it either goes from 3. It's either 2-1 or it's 3-0. Now you're in a difficult position. Now you got to really fix up. This is what happens. If you don't hear, you must feel. You didn't want to learn. Reece James showed you one time. You leave him space on that right-hand side. Didn't want to learn. When you don't learn your lessons, this is what happens. Put your hand in the fire. You got burnt. So we went, oh, let's do it again. Boy. You know, even forgot to change the score in that, man. It's all peak right now. Boy. Spiliqueta in possession. Yeah, Spiliqueta's even got time to miscontrol it. Saka. Wow, it's not even Saka. Spiliqueta's got there. Marie, come on, man. We're not even putting names on this. Smith Rowe's done well. Saka, give it back to him. Can't lie, I can't lie, you might have to take Saka off at half time. You got to do something about that left-hand side. You've got to do something. Second time now. You got to do something. Maybe if you put Pepe out there, he thinks more like a winger, so there might be more of a direct threat. You know, Reece James will have to have some defending to think about. But boy, this is why I love doing the watch-alongs. How many times have I sat here and said Reece James, Reece James, Reece James? As a fullback, you see these things. You see it. Just like Tierney, look where Tierney is at this moment in time. Rob Holding in possession. Gonna go long and Chelsea are gonna win it, man. It's here with Martinelli. It's not even on the fucking football field. You fucking dickheads, man. Sorry, people. I'm still here. It's raining. Much like it's raining goals right now at the Emirates if it continues. Oh, shit, man. Don't even see a dirty Chelsea kit, bro. Leno's kit's not even dirty. Boy, man. Worst thing is, you know, as inevitable as it might be, Smith Rowe. Well, you get one goal and you make this nervy. Smith Rowe, bang it, man. No one else wants it. Smith Rowe to Tierney. Tierney, oh, come on, man. Saka. Oh, Smith Rowe, oh, ref, come on, foul something, man. He pulled VAR, do something for us, man. Kai Havertz. Mason Mount. There's 3 blue shirts. There's about 6 red shirts. The odds are still probably in Chelsea's favour. You know, probably that's why. Fuck, you know, that should be 3-0. That should be 3-0. Mason Mount is absolutely done up us. You know, Havertz and Lukaku, between them, they can't pull it in. It should be 3-0. Should be 3-0. You heard me say it there. There's about 6 red shirts. There's 3 blue shirts. The odds are still in Chelsea's favour. Absolute nonsense defending from, you know, comedic from Marie. You know, fortunately for us, Havertz's header is probably taking it off course for Lukaku to get a brace. Very scary where we could be. Saka. Clearly he's been told narrow. Saka, release it, please. Saka releases it. Pepe, immediate Pepe, he'll foul you. We haven't asked no questions, man. The man said Marie's catching wines. Cedric. Pepe. All right, look, he dropped. Come on, just some urgency. Once again, can someone rise up a save Mendy's made? A real save, not these tame efforts. Pepe. Oh, ref. Say what? Mum's life, that's a pen. Mum's life, that's a pen. Ref. Mum's life. VAR, where's that? Mothers. Broski. He's got none of the ball, bro. I'm just giving against me in Sunday League. Broski. Come on, no way, that's not a penalty. No. Don't take the piss. No, don't take the piss. I can't believe it, bro. That is serious fraud. We've got a corner. I don't know why I can't hear the commentators in that, man. The timer has stopped. Yeah, bro. I paused it and then the madness happened. Where are we at? 41. Wait, that was perfect, really. Let me pause that. Xhaka, come on, man. We've got a corner. Make something happen. Make it difficult before half time, man. Get something, man. Ball into the box. What happens here? It's dealt with. Come on, meet it, man. You don't want to be first to the battles. Oh. And the thing is, we're not playing bad as well. Like, it's not good enough either, but it's many hands is better than expected. On other hands, it's to be expected, really. It's you'd have trouble really explaining this thing. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Martinelli pattern. Oh, you didn't want it. Martinelli, that touch was horrible. You didn't want it, man. Man didn't want it. You didn't want it. Stop the flicks. And Rudiger looks like an elite centre-half, which he is a very good one. Don't get twisted. But you made him look good there. For you, just a terrible. Why are you trying to flick it? The run's elite. The pass is... I didn't really bang from Saka, but it's deflected. Why? What's the spinning thing's not needed? Got to take that into your stride. Better than that, man. Bukayo. We move, man. We move. Marie. Emil. Some stupid passes, man. Some stupid passes, man. Like, we're doing nonsense. Dark arts from Reece James there. Corner. We've got a corner here now with Pepe, people. Let's see if something can happen. It's raining down at the Emirates at this moment in time. Holding pushes Christensen. Can we get something? Change the halftime team talk in some capacity. Pepe, well, you know we can't take corners on the best of days, but it's falling to Cedric. Puts the ball back in. Fucking hell, Cedric. Marie's done well. Holding. Why is it just Holding? Who else is trying to do something? Well in Holding. Chelsea have dealt with it, but who else is trying to sweep up there? Holding pushes Rudiger. What, man? What? Rudiger, you're not on that, man. More of that. Why are you telling Rudiger to calm down? Rudiger's right. You know, he's aggrieved in everything he's doing about his teammate. But, bro, why are we rushing to say sorry to Rudiger? What's all this about? Forget him. Why is it just Holding? Where's the other attackers, bro? But nobody wants to eat in this team. Who wants to score? If someone's sniffing around that something happens. Can't lie, it's a mad tackle from Holding. There's no need for that still, but there's no positives here, DG. There's always positives, man. There's always positives, man. You gotta keep going. Keep going, boys. Keep going. Mendy made it very easy for Chelsea today, man. 2 minutes of added on time, folks. Lokonga, probably the only positive, really. Rudiger. Holding. Come on, boys. You lot have not tried to really score. You ain't tried to score. Teeny, hopeful ball to Saka, but it's there. Saka, you got to sort your footing out. Saka. Find Xhaka. Win a corner. Wins a corner. I mean, yeah, it's something. You know, it's not been terrible. It's not been terrible. Need more intention, I would say. And invention on counter-attacks, man. On attacking moves, better yet. Not been terrible. It's been same old. Like, so don't get twisted. The positives I'm saying, they're not real positives. Like, if you're really trying to be what we think Arsenal should be, they're not positives. But in comparison to the mess that we see at this club, Pepe, terrible corner. Grass is green in that regards. Keeps it on though. I mean, last season we couldn't take a corner. This year we couldn't take a corner. We got set piece, coaches, and these things. Pepe's offside. Nah, I can't hear what they're booing him. But I mean, what do you expect, man? Bro, Saka plays for Arsenal. They're gonna boo him. Obviously, if there's them undertones, and you know where I stand with that. F all of that, but they're gonna boo him in it. Like he's a Chelsea guy. He's an Arsenal player playing against Chelsea. They're gonna boo him in it. Shouldn't be able to hear their boos, but such is life. Cameraman's messing about. Couple of seconds left to go, people. Marif. Lokonga, thank you for just looking like a footballer, man. Saka, thank you for just looking like a footballer. It's the end of the half. You know, debut goal from Lukaku as expected. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. You know, and in many ways, we're lucky that it's not 4 because Mount's had a couple of chances. It's one of them where I have to just mute half of people on Twitter, man. See the WhatsApps and the texts coming in from my friends, as expected, man. But yeah, man, what did you lot make of that game? Anyways, people, in many hands, you know, we're at where we're at with Arsenal. You know, I said 4-1, 2-0 at this moment. So there are some positives. Let me know what you think of that game. You know, I'll get into my opinions, you know, in a sec. You know, naive. Your word to describe it as well. Arsenal versus Chelsea is what I would call it. A pleasure to be here with you guys nonetheless, though, people, regardless. Corners are no good if you get out muscled in everyone. Little bit of dark arts by Holding. Both centre backs on yellows. It's going to be a hell of a night. Also say as well, as I said at the start, not understanding our teammates. Bring on Aubameyang. It's cats and dogs to top it off. It's raining, so the ball might move quicker, but I think Arsenal have a way of proving you wrong in that regard. Be positive. You guys have a chance of coming back if you get your heads right at halftime. Bro, you haven't been out of the game. You've knocked the ball around, but you haven't quite... Lukaku's tried to score. Like, we haven't tried to score. Not just, like I said, just not real chances where you've gone, wow, Mendy's had to make a save. I see why they bought him as an upgrade on Kepa. Arteta is a manager that doesn't know how to work with what he's got, and that scares me, bro. First 3 games of the season, no goal scored. Nah, we'll get a goal, man. DG, the satire is killing me. Positive, says Melissa. Only Lokonga and Martinelli is playing. You know, one love to Martinelli, but he's doing all right, man. Lokonga's been he's been all right. Like I said, a positive. But hey, man, it's one of them. I just want to hear what you lot are saying, man. We don't have the creative talent to play through the middle. Facts. Being called a pessimist when I knew full well they're gonna bun this Arsenal team. Sorry, 8 past 2 seasons doesn't offer much encouragement. Lokonga is rubbish. That's a shame, man. We don't attack down the middle at all. We lack so much quality and variety, boy. I like this season to be over already, bro. Aubameyang hat-trick second half. We win 3-2. Come on, miracles do happen. Big up Phil, man. More of that positivity, man. More of that, man. It is where it is, man. It is where it is. You know, again, I don't know, man. I've not seen anything soulless performances. 130 million spent and still the same nonsense. To be fair with you, you know, a couple of them aren't playing, but I hear that, man. Oh, Martinelli got nothing. That's sad. This is dumpster fire, DG. You know, I'm not happy bunnies, but, you know, I'm happy because I'm here with you. Like, we'll enjoy the highs and lows of football, man. You know, You got West Brom in the week. Maybe we can win the League Cup. We ain't won that too many times. You know, Ramsdale debut in that. You know, focus on that one. 2 shots, 2 goals. That's the difference. Half decent. Got into decent positions. But it's all about the product. Jack. Facts. And on that, you've encouraged me to actually look at how many, you know, the statistical things behind all of that. Because as you said, we didn't have much shots. But that's, take away the fact that we're playing Chelsea, that's the same old story we kind of sing. I'm sure you'd agree. You know, even when we have a lot of possession, it doesn't correlate to chances. Chances need to correlate to goals. You know, they say if you don't buy a raffle ticket, you don't win the lottery. We're at the stage of considering buying a raffle ticket because we're hearing the jackpot might be this much. So we need to do a lot better in that regards, man. 1 shot on target, 2 shots. Tells you it all, innit? Tells you it all. Not brave enough, man. Oh, man. Marie's got to do better. Tierney's got to do better. Saka's got to do better for the first one. Watching it again. Sorry, folks, man. Collective errors. Hey. Spaces in this because I hate bullet points with no spaces, man. I think I'm dyslexic, but I think I'm slightly. Maybe that makes up for a lot of school issues. Yeah, people, energy, man. End of the day, it is what it is, man. Chelsea are winning 2-0. Let's hope it doesn't get worse. Let's hope Arsenal can score and whatnot. What are you lot saying, man? Don't look down, mate. It's only Arsenal. I wish I could say that, man, but, you know, unfortunately, I love this club. You know, blood in, blood out. Hopefully, days can get better, man. So what do we do now? Pray, brother. Pray, broski. Why is Leno wearing the away kit? I swear that, to be fair, they did say he was going to be wearing the away kit this season for whatever reason. I don't know, but I remember seeing an article. Tierney out of position for the 2 goals. It's not really Tierney, it's Saka, you know. I can't lie to you, but Tierney needs to organize, and Tierney's not done good enough defensively. Saka needs to read it, and that should be Saka's man. Tierney hasn't looked over his shoulder. And Marie, bro, the second one is mainly just them two. The first one, Marie don't want it bad enough, man. Lessons are learned, hype. Holding is awful. To be fair, Holding's been one of the better players, I feel. Can't believe it. How can you not get a pen, bro? How can you not get a pen for that? Come on. Bro, no. There's 2 fouls there from Reece James. He's clipped Saka's left peg. How's that not a pen? But again, I don't want it to become one of these games where we say, oh, we get a pen. It's a different game. It's not a different game now. Holding way out of position, make the entire back line shift to cover. None of them know their jobs, man. Where's Emre's second half FC when you need it? I don't want to watch the game if I'm honest, and I'll cop the ish if that's what it means. I can bear to listen to you without the vision. Boy. That's harsh. Tierney looks lost defensively. Stop giving him the armband talk. I can't lie, he looked shaky against Brentford. But it is what it is. Tierney's still my guy. Still gets the captain talk for me. Defensive organization is a mess. I'm seeing some promising bits amongst the chaotic defending from Saka first goal and Tierney second. Boy, I see I got a super chat. One love for that. Let me scroll up. Big up Prime for the super chat. We should walk the ball into the back of the net. We pass the ball all the way up to the final third, then waste it on a cross. Why not walk it in? To be fair, I do think we tried to walk it in and do that wasteful crosses. I'm actually just asking for someone to shoot. Like, we're not shooting, man. Holding's performed this game. I don't think he's been amazing. He ain't been terrible. I do think we need to assess that left-hand side, though. So if I share my screen with you lot, pardon me. How is it? Yeah, this one. So yeah, should have shared the screen with you at that moment. So yeah, as you lot can see, my thoughts on this half have been, at times I think we're going long for no reason, and we spoke about that. The obvious 3 at the back, the obvious they're physically stronger than us. It doesn't really make sense. I think we need to take care of possession a bit more. of ball, I'd say. I also feel on that topic as well, people. Prior, we've been all right, but Mendy ain't made a save. Apart from those mistakes, we need to do better for the first and second balls. As you lot see, if we're beating Lukaku to it, we're not winning the second, or Lukaku is winning it. And fair enough, we've lost the first. We need to do the second. Chelsea are threatened on that counter attack in that regards. As I said, Chelsea on the counter attack on the left hand transition, like you see where we just spoke about Tierney and Saka. That is what's threatening us as well, and that needs to be addressed. Maybe even bring Tavares on, and I don't know, Saka might have to come off. We need to double up on Lukaku better. He should not be allowed to control it and turn. I don't mind if a couple of you have to take yellow cards, or at times if you let him turn, double up against him, force him to pass. I think Lukaku is smelling blood as the game's gone on. We started off okay in the first 10-20 odd minutes prior to the goal, but there's no brownie points for that, really and truly. We need more intention and invention on the attacking moves, because I wouldn't say we're cutting Chelsea open, but we are getting forward and getting into their own half. But there's no intention, there's no invention. It don't look like there's a plan to put the ball in the back of the net, and we're not shooting. And when you look at the fact of we've had one shot on target, 2 shots, and that's a problem in itself. You don't shoot, you don't score. As I said, Mendy and a lot of these Chelsea players' kicks don't look dirty, but you can have possession. What do you mean? What happens? Chelsea don't kill games. They're looking like they're going to kill this one. We've been very naive. We're not understanding our teammates, as you've seen, between Tierney and Saka not talking, between Marie getting pulled from pillar to post, and the rest of it. We've got into their box, but no real chances of note. Once again, it kind of is the same old, really, in that I wouldn't say we've been under sustained pressure. Chelsea have taken advantage of silly defensive errors to great effect. That's what they do. They've also put together 1 or 2 good moves where, the man behind, well, I don't know where he is on your screen, but Mason Mount, he probably should have done a lot better with a couple. Havertz's header took it off Lukaku. They should be a few up. Ultimately, I'm a bit upset because, again, Reece James gave you one opportunity to show what he's about, and again, you gave him a second opportunity to show what he's on. Again, it's a World Cup season. I'm sure Southgate must be watching this game somewhere. So, yeah, it kind of is same old, same old. It's been more positive than what I'd expect, but we need to differentiate positive for positive sake and positive in comparison to what Arsenal typically have been. If we're judging it on a team that's trying to get Europe and be serious, it's not good enough. It's simple as that. It's not good. It's not good enough. Like I said, you haven't asked any questions of that defense. The only thing that's really happened of note is Lukonga's played a fantastic ball over the top, and it is what it is in that regards, people. So yeah, man, I'll probably clip that up for after the game. So where was that? That was about 1:20. Oh, sorry, folks. So yeah, man, it is what it is in that regards, people. Let's remove all of that, get back into all of this, man. What are you lot saying? You 100% miss the chances you don't take. We're not even at the opportunity of taking chances. Like, we're just not pulling. We're not even thinking about pulling the trigger, man. It is what it is, people. I'm coming back. I'm getting a glass of water because my mouth is dry, just like our performance. Really, I'm coming right back, folks. One love to everybody locked in. Oh, man. Man, you know what? Miracles do happen, man. It's an Arsenal thing. It don't matter. Miracles do happen, man. Miracles do happen. We'll get back in this thing now. I'm capping, man. I don't know what's happening, people, but I'm happy to be locked in with you. Look, please make sure you're liking, you're subscribing, you're doing all of those sort of things. 308 likes, very appreciative of that, people. One love for that. Let's keep it going and them things there. Right. Once again, the midfield is weak, can't hold the ball, struggling to make a chance. Yep. Tierney over covering for Marie's failings. Yeah, I've been in those positions as a fullback. You don't trust your guy, your centre half. So you're kind of corralling yourself as well. And it comes down to not understanding our teammates and potentially the gaffer, not understanding his players and what's going into a game like this, if I'm completely honest with you. You know, everybody, no, don't get twisted though. Everyone's playing poor. I know you agree, Maverick. Everyone's, Tierney's playing rubbish because he's playing rubbish. Marie's doing foolishness because he's doing foolishness. Saka is doing foolishness because he's not switched on. But consequently, everything is playing a part in it. And this is the cocktails. Like, it might be, Tierney and Saka today. It might be Ben White and Chambers against Brentford. It might be Bellerin and El Nene in pre-season. But fundamentally, when we start looking past the individuals, we know we need to move on some. We need to look at the habits. If we're looking at the habits, we need to look at our approach. The habits can only be consequences of our approach to football. Much like when Wenger was here, or the Wenger of old in his prime, a consequence of his habit was to play good football. That's why, I don't think he gets enough credit for it. But Vieira, Bergkamp, Henry, Perez, the rest of them could play lovely football down to when we was doing what we was doing at the Emirates era. Well, even when we were just playing all right football, we weren't necessarily playing amazing. But I'm sure you get the point in that regards, man. So, yeah, man, let me get the timer back on screen for you guys. Well, on screen, but you know what I mean. Can we pull it back to 40 something? Really should have done that while we was talking, shouldn't I? Oh, I think we're going to have to just leave it at that and catch up, folks. Second half has commenced, though, people. Hit the like button. Possession is here with Mendy. 2-0 in Chelsea's favour. Clean sheet, away game, second win of the season. 2 games, 6 points on the board. Could be worse. Can't ask for much more. 5 goals in 2 games. Boy, credit to Chelsea doing what they need to do. Points on the board. Boy, we knew we was dealt a shorthand with the fixture list. We knew we needed to stand up tall. Boy. And again, Reece James, acres of space, 42 seconds into the second half. Reece James, Mount. Reece James, Cobham. Reece James, lovely ball to Lukaku. He's made a lot of space for himself. Jorginho, Kai Havertz. It's going to get ugly, man. It's not going to be pretty, I can't lie. It's going to get ugly soon. Ridiger. Christensen, almost like we didn't have a halftime. Boy. Boy, at least we only have to play these sort of teams once more, man. We've got City out the way after next week. We've got Chelsea out the way until we got to play them at their place. Aspilicueta in possession, folks. Finds Lukaku. Lukaku loving it now. Never a foul, ref. Fuck off. Thank you. Saka's touch hasn't helped him and Reece James. Chelsea have started the second half way better than us. Way more intention, invention. Clearly, their managers made sure, saying to them, kill this game. Lukaku's rolled his man. Don't foul him. He skipped past his guys. Holding's done well to deny a corner, but come on, boys. Clearly, Thomas Tuchel has told Chelsea, listen, it's 2-0, kill the game. Simple as that. Lukaku gets some more goals. Lukaku is loving it, completely just rolling his man. Jorginho. Aspilicueta. You think we're going to get a shot on target? We've got one. So we've done that. Boy, man. Do you know what it is? It's just that. It's just to see 2 teams at very different positions isn't the right word. Like, you look at Chelsea and, there's not too much to be vexed about. Forget them spending money and stuff. The direction is the right word. You just look at 2 teams in 2 different healths away from the obvious. It's a bit mad. Like, it really is. One is trying to live up to the name of their brand, and the other one, they will tell you it's a winning thing. But, boy, much like against Brentford, you're relying on young men who just look bewildered as us fans. Really out of their depth. I'm not even talking about technical ability. Christensen dribbling through the fucking middle, bro. It's long when centre backs are saying, let's do this dribbling thing. Lokonga fouled his man, plays continued. Chelsea loving it now. Lokonga's venture. Ref played on. I didn't think Chelsea should have banged on about the free kick. Holdings played a blind pass to Cedric, and they're going to get themselves in problems. And now it's an unnecessary throw-in. Mentality, man. Mentality is key in this life, man. What the hell is that? Someone blocked that, man. Moderators patterned that. What the hell is that? Kovacic. Chelsea suffocating us now, man. You know, the wind is firmly stacked. Are we on this damage limitation thing? Lukaku's rolled his man. Marie's done well. Just survives. We're in problems now, man. Lovely flick from Alonso. Oh, twinkle toes from Mount. He's tried to square it. Arsenal have lived to fight another day. It's not going to be pretty. Tierney's racing to get on it. Ooh, baggy touch from Tierney. It's a commendable effort. He's done well, actually, but, you know, he's just run out. Christensen's been a bit mad, and, you know, now it's here with Mendy. You know, that's what you need, just a bit of encouragement. The problem is Tierney's in no man's land now, and while it's commendable, it can be classed as stupidity because who is going to fill in for you? Mendy's gone long. Marie's won it, and again, he's in trouble if he doesn't win it. Tierney, no one's going to win it. You know, it looked like Martinelli's coming from an offside position. He's got to be a bit more switched on there, man. The golfing difference between our teams is ridiculous. Yeah, that's it. Crowd sounds dead. Can you blame the fans? Christensen. Xhaka. Pocket picked. Play continues. Holding. Pocket picked. And now, you know, it's here with Kovacic. Cedric's actually done well to win the ball. Smith Rowe's fouled. Fuck off, ref, man. Alonso versus Cedric. Cedric's done well to get back. We'll live to fight another day. No ideas, man. No idea. Who wants it? Who wants it from Marie, man? You've never been 2 goals down before. It's not your day, but it's how you do it. Good ball from Tierney, really and truly, into Pepe. But what's there for Pepe? There's a sea of blue shirts. There's a handful of red shirts, and none of them are in good position. So it's just going to be patient play on Chelsea's area, and eventually we're going to lose it, aren't we? Smith Rowe ball in. Fair enough, we won a corner. Not enough belief here. Hart, yeah, man, but Hart can only take you so far, my guy. DG, with the players that we have, do you think Arteta needs to change the formation? No shots on target in 2 games is shocking. Not really, because I wanted him to change the 3 at the back. It's a mentality thing. Fucking hell, terrible corner routine. What are we doing, man? Lokonga. Marie doesn't want it. It's here with Saka. Man down. Saka takes a shot. It deflects and it asks a question of Mendy. First real save I've seen Mendy make, man. It's only taking 51 minutes, man. First real save, and even that, I'm forcing it really with you lot. Mendy's been on a holiday camp ever since that. Mendy's probably just been signing autographs. Another corner for Arsenal. Can we actually do something with these set piece routines? Pepe ball into the box. Lukaku defending well for Chelsea. It's here with Kieran Tierney. Now it's here with Bukayo Saka. Saka looks to drop a shoulder. Aspilicueta is just going to shepherd him down the lane. Or Saka, well in. That's a corner, ref. Oh, come on, ref. Are you even watching the game? It's come off a Chelsea shirt. Tierney's got the fans up, but the players need to feed off that energy. In good or bad times, the team's a reflection of the manager. Where you stand in and amongst adversity says more about you than when things are going well. Things are going wrong now. Who's standing up? Tierney, you know, Tierney's at least trying to react. You don't get no brownie points for trying hard. Xhaka's probably going to get a yellow. Xhaka looked like he was going to... People look like they're going to concede fouls. But the ref has said play on. Rudiger. Must be nice for these centre-halves, man. Just getting in our half. Kovacic. Patient play from Chelsea. Chasing shadows is the best way to decide this set from Arsenal. In Arsenal's case. Mendy to Rudiger. Lovely 1-2s from Chelsea. Never a foul on Jorginho. Play continues. Chelsea very good in possession, and they've done it well here, man. I mean, this is a terrible press from Arsenal, man. Sad state of affairs, man. Very, very sad state of affairs. Chelsea just knocking it around the corner. It's like we haven't got the competence to read it. And look at it, man. Look, like I said, there's 4 Chelsea shirts. There's about 7 Arsenal shirts. Who's probably got the better odds? So over here with Reece James on this right-hand side, he's checked inside and found Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta delivers. It's a good ball. Holding Arsenal. It's a corner for Chelsea. It's not convincing defending. It just living to fight another day, man. It feels like you're delaying the inevitable. It seems a matter of time before Lukaku gets a second. Mason Mount to take the corner. Look at Azpilicueta. Look at Rudiger. Ball in. Fair play, Martinelli. No foul, no foul, no foul. Still over here. Chelsea still have it over here on this left-hand side. It's here with Havertz. Surely there's an offside flag. It doesn't come. It's here with Jorginho. How Chelsea shouldn't be allowed to make something out of that. Unorthodox by Cedric. Kind of put Smith Rowe into it. Smith Rowe does the right thing of going long, but we've got no out ball, no outlet. So it's just going to go right back to us. Time has all stopped in that. Got to wait for that to catch the hell up. Reece James. Jorginho. Marie, first bit of real play I've seen him read, if I'm completely honest with you. Does well. 56 minutes and 8 seconds into this clash, people. Wait. Leno, no one wants it, man. And our midfield is extremely limited. Can't do nothing. Shout Lokonga, but again, he's not been bought to play the ball forward. He's done some nice passes, but it's dead. See why you need an 8.5. Can't look at this midfield and say you don't need an 8.5, man. Here with Reece James. Found Lukaku to Mason Mount. Swings his left at it. We're very fortunate that Mason Mount hasn't got his shooting boots on that occasion. But again, Lukaku would have got an assist to match. And again, it's from back to front, side to side, fullback to fullback. It's just 1-2s and following runners. No one's looking over their shoulders again. You know, Lukaku hasn't done anything amazing. He just stayed between the lines. It's fantastic from him. It's terrible from us. Lokonga's done well. I didn't think that was the best of passes. Good forward pass from him. Oh, it's not good enough from Martinelli. It's lucky he's got the foul there. I think that's a very soft foul. A long way from hell here, man. Cedric. Quicker this is done, the better, man. This is going to get ugly. Lokonga. See, I feel sorry. When you look up Smith Rowe, when they look up, what is there for them to do? Like, when at some point you stop trusting certain teammates because you know they can't do much, man. Leno slowing down the players if we're not 2-0 down. Priority signings hype. What's an 8.5? The modern day midfielder. Ball over the top into Martinelli. Good reading of the game from Christensen. It's a corner. The modern day sort of midfielder, man. Like the guy that's just a good partner for Partey in the middle of that part, man. He can offer something going forward, whether that's goals, whether that's being able to play between the lines. As you can see, we need something, broski. Granit Xhaka to take a corner. At this point, should have just brought Willian in it. He might even score against his old club or something, man. Aubameyang looks like he's coming on. So yeah, man, clearly only really got half an hour in him. You know, they questioned the captain. He's ill and he's still going to try to play. Corner from Arsenal. Maurice headed it back in. Holding. He's not been able to direct it on target, man. But when I'm talking about Holding and Tierney probably having your best chances and Saka working the keeper, it's not exactly inspiring. Chelsea at 6s and 7s over the set piece. You know, Marie's actually done well to keep it alive. Holding's done well to get to the ball, but can't direct it on to goal. How does Arteta look at this team and not think we need an 8.5, boy? Cedric in acres of space and Leno don't care. Holding dark art specialist. Cedric. Holding. Put Lokonga right in it there. Lokonga goes looking for the foul. Very fortunate to get it. Very soft foul, but he needed to win it. Come take this you off the ball, man. I slap him up, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Havertz? You're a good youth, man. You won Champions League. Stay with that football stuff, man. Holding, you're in the yellow. Be easy, man. But there's no urge. Just take the youth off the ball. We're losing 2-0, man. Disarm him for that. Fuck this guy, man. Saka off. So with that, it's surely a formation will change now, man. Surely it's switching to a 4. I mean, Saka, you know what? He had a bad game, but you clearly are not, you know, you're not ready right now for the season. You didn't really look, you offered something at Brentford. You weren't fit enough to start. No excuses, but you weren't on this thing today, man. My captain, they question my captain. He's playing. Just recovered from COVID and them things. Too little, too late, but at least make it on. Do what you can to give the fans some inspiration, man. Bro, you know things are bad, bro. Arsenal fans were thinking Leno. I mean, Emre weren't that bad. Ring on this guy, ref. That's a foul. I can't lie, it's not a foul. You know, again, just looking at things through rose tints. All we've got is imagination. You knew he was going for a foul. Why let him buy it? Fantastic from Mount. Xhaka, you can't shout. It was bait from Mount what he was doing. And he brings it higher up the field. Elite time wasting from Mason Mount. One love to all of you lot tuned in. Make sure you're hitting the like button, folks. One love. All over the top. Holding gets up for it. Cedric. Alonso's done well. Boy. Rudiger, good pass. Good from Holding and Lukaku, I fear. Fair battle. Xhaka, Brit too much. Martinelli, calm down. Burn him. Martinelli, come on. Oh, come on, Martinelli. You've got to do better there. Aubameyang's probably offside. He's had a shot. It's a tame effort. But Martinelli, you've got to do better, man. Decision making. It's jarring, man. Did you get my super chat, DJ? I didn't know how to leave a comment. Apologies, my guy. Love for the super chat, but I must have not been looking at the screen. I can't see it, and it's not up here on my YouTube, on the YouTube live thing where you can see super chat. So one love for that, but yeah, man, can't see it, bro. Chelsea on the counter attack now. Hey, Lukaku, can he sort his footing out? Bloody hell, bro. I can't even. People, if you're not watching the game, you have to watch the highlights. I can't even describe what just happened there. I don't know how Lukaku hasn't pulled it in. It's just madness. Smith Rowe's lost his foot and keeps the ball, though. Lokonga, but when Lokonga turns and Pepe turns, who is there? Pepe switches it. Tierney's going to get put under trouble here. They're on your touch. We told you. Tierney's lost it now. Oh, man. Aspilicueta, come on. Read the game, boys. Lukaku. There's gonna be a third, man. Reece James. Cobham boys connecting patiently on this right-hand side. Well in Aubameyang, man. Bit of enthusiasm. Lokonga, go. Lokonga, get it through. Just play it, man. Good ball from Lokonga. Oh, it's too much on it. And credit to Mendy's read it, but it's all right. Leno, quickly, man. Sustain some pressure now. It's 2-0, man. How's Aubameyang? Just from Aubameyang having a shot and running, he's probably up there for top performers now. Just someone doing their job. Subscribed, even though I don't support Arsenal. One love, my guy, man. I appreciate that because you're clearly a fan of football first and then team second. You're a purist, as we all should be at heart, man. I take Ozil back in a heartbeat. Oh, man. It is what it is, man. Tavares on. Something I thought should have been done at halftime. Like I said to you, if things go wrong, you're only really at the start of this and you can rewind it back. If things go wrong, realistically, it's a Tavares and Aubameyang thing. Past that, there's not much. Our season starts next week, man. That's the new one, man. Liverpool will take care of Chelsea next week. Hey, but what Liverpool and Chelsea, two serious clubs, do, that's their business, man. Arsenal got to stay out of grown folks' business. It's none of our concern, man. Ain't none of that. Interested to see who's coming off. Is it straightforward for Tierney? So now Tierney is joining Partey, Gabriel, everyone else on the injury thing. I mean, I don't know what's going on, man. You lot need to tell me. I can't hear the commentator in that, man. Tierney's trying to jog. Yeah, he's off. You know what? Home debut for Tavares. One love to you, Tavares, still, you know. We have City. Boy, just keep screaming it, innit? Aye, Pep, man. Allow us, man. Please, Pep. Holdings put his foot through it and gone long. No one there, though. Christensen got a million years. And now, Chelsea are going to harm us. Mendy. Trusts his teammate in Aspilicueta. Reece James. Probably my man of the match, low-key. Tries to palm it down the channels. Finds Lukaku. Now we're in trouble. Stop appealing for the offside flag. Who is helping Lokonga? Lokonga, just make the foul. Thank you. Thank you. But I don't mind that. Make the foul. No one's doubling up against you. He's going to roll you. You know, you know exactly with him. You know, you both trained in the Belgium national team. Make the foul. We'll deal with it. Just to know somebody's switched on a bit and thinking it is enough for me, man. You know you can't move to him. Just make the foul, man. Cedric's not even looking at the left-hand side, so it would have got long for us. You know, I'm not going to say you played amazing, but at least you've tried to look like a footballer today. Can't really ask you to do more, man. Tierney, do you know what it is with Tierney? Tierney's, you know, when a good player comes Arsenal and they're just one of the shining efforts. He might have got infected with that when you lose your powers at Arsenal, man. I think he's losing his powers, man. Like Aubameyang, you can't carry this thing for so long. You start losing your powers, man. They're draining you. Every time they've helped us, they've probably lost some powers. And it's gone now, man. Bro, I can't lie. Matisse is going to be on me still. Pause. Big up Lokonga, man. Martinelli, Lokonga. Gonna have to go long and they're gonna win it. Aubameyang, thank you. At least you tried to win a flick on, man. Martinelli, keep pressing, bro. At least Martinelli's gonna get 90 minutes. Press. I press. Bro, this Chelsea team, they fancy themselves on the ball. Sometimes you can catch them on a lack. Thank you. It's gone out, but press. Xhaka's not the captain. He's passed it to Aubameyang still. Oh, man. Is what it is, though, man. Nah, man. Tierney's a bad boy footballer. He's had a bad game. He holds his L. Still a great left back to me, man. That don't change. You were just rubbish today. When you're good, you're good. When you played rubbish, you played rubbish. Simple as that. You know, if that's your opinion, one love, I'm just saying mine. Xhaka, Pepe, Cedric. All right, come on. Smith Rowe. All right, ref, please. Just you lot got to start diving, man. I mean, Cedric, you knew you was offside. I won't even call them chances. We've just put the ball into their box. But like, there's, you know, someone's got to want to finish. Baggy touch from Smith Rowe. Just can't get nothing on it, really. When's Partey even back? I don't know. Isn't he back training in 2 weeks? Or is it something like that? Wouldn't they say an international after the international break? I don't know, though, man. Lovely pass from Rudiger into Reece James. No foul, Marie. Fucking hell, Marie. Lukaku says, I don't care if you're fouling me. I'm just going to go. And it's here with Alonso. Alonso's lost his footing. It's here with Reece James. Reece James shoots. Fortunately for us, it's deflected. But at this point, someone needs to help Marie now, innit? Like, bro, he keeps getting rolled. Double up. Lukaku is loving it. Like, we're at the point now, Marie's trying, innit? But either take him off or help him, man. It's the same old trick. Each and every time, man. Alonso to take the set piece. Might as well run up some FM content while playing on the side. Right. Nah, man, I ain't playing FM now, man. I don't want to play that. Reece James has set it. Oh, could have been 3-0, but it's whistled wide. 3 a.m. here in Australia. Was it really worth staying up on my night off? Probably not, but it is what it is. This is the life we live. This is the risks we take, man. One love to everyone still here, man. A better manager would get far more from these players potentially. And if our job wasn't made any harder, N'Golo Kante's on. Clearly only got 20 minutes in the tank. So he didn't start holding, getting caught in possession. Tavares wins the header. Xhaka. Fucking hell, Xhaka, what are you doing, fam? Lucky we got a handball. Deluded Tini is going to do Ashley Cole by next season. I hope not, but boy. What's that? Mason Mount off? Oh, it's Kovacic. Baller. Must be nice having guys that can play football, long and short range passing, 1-2s, and all the rest of them thing there, man. Can't lie, man. I don't know how you can, I'm sorry, but I don't know how you can look at some of them man out there and say certain guys shouldn't be at this club or should be on loan or any of these things. I cannot cap. I can't lie to you. I'll always, have my opinion and listen to what the manager's doing, provided you could show me something. Oh, come on, man. Nothing happened to you. Oh, this might be serious. It didn't look like something. Oh, I hope nothing's happened to him. Is that Reece James? I don't know. I think that's Reece James. Rudiger saying people are getting elbowed. I don't know. He might have been on the receiving end of a high boot there. It does look a bit motionless. It's quite scary, man. Big up yourself, Dara. I appreciate all the American gunners locked in. How much longer can Arteta hang in there? More lives than a cat. I don't know, man. But we'll actually let me make some titles based on talking points. Surely Saliba should have stayed. Boy, sad state of affairs, man. Put him in that 100%, but Marie's doing it to himself as well. Like, as much as Lukaku's glamming him, he's not making his task any easier. Hope there's nothing serious surrounding Reece James. The longer he's on the floor, the more you kind of get scared. We need to be talking about football from a footballing point of view. None of this. It's nice to see he's conscious. He's not on his feet, but he's crouching. Well, I don't know. He's just sat on the floor, really, is the best way to say it. If he's not all the way there, it's best to just take him off, really. I think that's the end of Reece James's day. Or he's at least going to come off. Health is wealth, man. He's had a good game. Let's not ruin it, man. Let's not, we should only be talking about Reece James from a footballing point of view today. We shouldn't be, I can't hear the commentators. So I don't know what's going on. It looks like, he's going to be good. But I think this is where clubs got a duty of care against players because, again, it's difficult to read the player. You can only go off the player, but he's not going to tell you something's up, is he? Pepe puts a corner in. That's a decent corner. Nothing to avail, though. And we're slightly ahead on the timer because we was on the tangent. Lokonga, not the best of balls in, but Aubameyang's got something. Oh, just begging for someone to get something on that. Begging. No one can get a thing on it, though, and it's still 2-0 Chelsea. I mean, it's difficult to call these chances, isn't it? You can't really call these chances. You flirted with having chances. It's not even a bridesmaid thing. It's the level before a bridesmaid, if that even makes sense. As I said with the raffle ticket, it's like we haven't bought raffle tickets. We're still considering it. Tavares has made a mess of that, and Chelsea, we're kind of lucky Chelsea haven't seen it, but they've played it on this left-hand side to Alonso. Alonso, who likes doing stuff against Arsenal's found Kante. You know you're in trouble when Kante's attempting flicks in it. You know it's a good day. Like the new display, DG. I'm trying, man. At what point is this on Arteta? It's on all these players. It's on everyone involved. Mason Mount. Tavares has stopped the cross. It will be a corner, though. What do I mean? What a player Reece James is, man. Baller. We move, man. You know, the good news is there's only about 15 minutes or so left. Short taken corner from Chelsea, folks. Let me pause this. We're 8 seconds ahead of this stuff. It's back here with Alonso. Alonso to Mount. Like, Mount's a baller as well, man. I'll never forgive certain football fans for trying to write him off last season and saying he shouldn't get called up for England and that. Christensen. Look at Rudiger. Rudiger's loving it. Oh, that's a ball from Rudiger. And someone needs to finish it just because of the utter cheek. Like I said, you look at Leno showing off getting angry because your distribution is terrible. You know when Kante's doing flicks, Rudiger's doing outside of the box, the ball passes, you're in trouble, man. You're not being serious. Holding's gone long. It's found. Oh, if Pepe gets that back, you got ripped Rudiger. Oh, he survived. Good attempt from Pepe. Good defending by Rudiger. He tried to give him the shoulders. Rudiger defended very well. Smith-Rowe tried to slide Kante. Kante said, see ya. It's here with Mount. Mount's played it to Lukaku. Lukaku is peak. It's peak. Found Reece James. Reece James needs to get his head up. And we find Mount, apologies. Ball in. Oh my God. The Lord has saved us. That's it. The Lord and Leno have saved us. Look, Lukaku's even asked, did he save it? Fantastic football. Big save from Leno. Big save. He's palmed it onto the crossbar. And you heard me. I said it's peak. It's peak. Like you could just see it. It's like watching your inevitable death. It's like watching someone coming to shoot you. That's the best way I've described Chelsea going forward, or the goals Chelsea have scored. It's like watching someone steadily about to kill you. It's a corner to Chelsea, and you'd be amazed, utterly amazed if this stays 2-0 to Chelsea. Lukaku genuinely in disbelief, and my biggest hope is maybe that just puts him off and he's not on scoring. And look at him feeling himself, endearing himself to the crowd. Fair play. Like I said, the best way to do it is to do Chelsea to score against Arsenal. Big save from Leno. Credit where due. But Arteta told us real Arsenal fans can see what they're trying to do and all these things. Well, and Martinelli's scary now, man. Martinelli looks done now. Hey, man. Why does the world hate Arsenal, fam? Balogun's on. Come on. You know, good for him. Another good experience for him, man. Started against Brentford, playing against European Champions League winners and holders at this moment in time. Good experience for the young man to prove if his levels. I'm not expecting miracles, but show something. Corner by Chelsea, whistled across. Reece James is probably going to be free. Fortunately for us, Tavares does something. Pepe goes up, he loses to Kante. Balogun's tried to clip it forward. It's a good attempt, but it, you know, just didn't have enough quality. DG, do you think Odegaard is going to add something to this attack? I think the only way is up, man. To be fair, I do, but he can't make it happen alone. Like, there has to be a mandate to want to go forward. I don't get that from Arsenal. Ball to Tavares, you know, good attempt from him to get something in. It's not the best of balls. Oh, I can't lie. You know, Obo / Tavares better than most man. Apart from that, there's no positives apart from that. Ref, and it's a good education. See what you see how Aspilicueta is grabbing up Balogun's shirt? Good education. Tavares, good tackle from Reece James, man of the match probably. Xhaka, good tackle. Smith Rowe, fighting. Smith Rowe, deliver though. Good delivery. Oh, read it. We go again next. We go again next, boy. Hope so. Oh, real Arsenal fans can see he's clueless. Rudiger looks at Balogun like a lion looking at his prey. Bro, this is the big boy Leeds. This is the showtime. Like I said, you can't blame. There's 10 minutes left, people, for what it's worth. And once again, time has stopped. Oh. Reece James goes forward. You know, they're just playing balls into the channels, man. And here it is. We're lucky. Oh, my, Leno, please. Oh, Lord. Like I said, that's another one. You lot just got to watch highlights, man, because I thought Leno saved us. He's actually not caught the ball. It's just a madness. Madness. Lukonga's tried the pass. It ain't banged. The Bamian will courageously chase it down. Christensen will do the simple thing and just get it back to Mendy. You know, apart from Holding's effort, if you can call it that, and Saka having a shot, what have we done? Jorginho, for the first time, just does the basic backwards pass. Reactive, not proactive once again. Don't let them keep a clean sheet, bro. It's looking like such. Xhaka's conceded a foul on Reece James. Hakim Ziyech is on, a player that Arsenal wanted. Mason Mount off. Boy, we're at 378 likes, people. If you've not hit the like button already, make sure you hit that. Boy. Don't know what to tell you like at this point, man. Better second half. Handball, ref. And it's gone out of play quickly. Smith will just do it. Smith will just do it. Corner. I mean, Tavares is that ball there, bare bad. This young player thing ain't it for me. Bro, to be fair, these young players, these experienced players, this just something wrong, man. That's just all wrong. Deluded, number one live stream, appreciative of that. One love to everyone who's been locked in, man. That's really poor from Arsenal. Ziyech can slot into our first 11 easily. We're going to go and lose our first 3 league games. City going to slap us. Have faith, man. Corner again. Pepe to take. Pepe ball in. It's a decent one. Big hand from Mendy. Mendy's done well, and Chelsea have dealt with it. Hakim Ziyech. You already know what he's trying to do. In fact, he's lucky, you know. It's Kante this time. Smith Rowe's done well. Well in Smith Rowe. Move from him. Why are you all there? Make an option for the guy, man. Probably forced Pepe out wide a bit too much. Now Pepe's kind of stuck in it, but Pepe's a tricky customer. Reece James has done well. Bro, Smith Rowe is breaking and everyone's next to him like, oh my God, what are you doing? Bro, move from him. Good skill from Tavares. Oi, Tavares. I like it. I like it, Tavares. Unlucky Balogun. Balogun, go get that back. Go get that back. Go get that back. Go chase it. Chase it. The subs are unsetting. The rest of you ain't really been too much on this. How is that Chelsea's ref? Come on, we're losing 2-0. It's actually our throw-ins. Give us the throw, man. DG might as well start preaching from now. The game is done. It's not over to the fat lady sings, but the fat lady probably never. She just probably said, "Oh, it's Arsenal like that. Stay at home. It's Sunday, you know, Sunday dinner and that." I swear, DG is the only live stream speaking sense and not constant pessimism. I appreciate that, Cube, and you know, if I sound positive or negative, it's because I feel the way, man. I'm not just. I won't say positives, but it ain't been terrible. It's been terrible, but not terrible. And only Arsenal fans will get that. And it could get a lot worse. As Hakim Ziyech, Hakim Ziyech, absolutely duppies Marie. Fortunately for us, Chelsea fuck up. Too casual from Xhaka. Hakim Ziyech is going to get another chance, another bite of the cherry. Puts the ball in, hit straight into Xhaka. No foul, please. Well in, Balogun just mucking in. We live to fight another day, man. You know, in that regards, we're lucky. Chelsea could have had 5 or 6 today. Much like in the game at the Emirates. Moderators, pattern, please. DG's ad-libs are killing me, much like this game. I'm sorry about that, man. We need more players between the age of 27 because we have little experience. Bro, is it really? I hear you. I'm 100%. But is it really an experience thing? Like some of these players have played a shitload amount of games now. And more time, it's the experienced players that have been on a joke thing. Like, if I'm, you know, shout out Saka and Tini, but if we keep it 100, you know, them man are 2 experienced players. Maybe not Saka through age, but they've messed up. You know, Marie, I don't think he's good enough. So that's the fundamental reason. His age for me is irrelevant, but how old is he? You know, I can only get onto Leno for distribution today. You know, he made a big save. I don't think Holding's been terrible, but we've been at 6s and 7s. Guys have been around the block. Tavares, I thought it was a good interception, but it still trickled through to Lukaku. Havertz. I don't know how, but Havertz hasn't scored. Somehow Leno has saved that, and it's still 2-0. Let's at least be shameless and say we drew the second half, man. To be fair, as dead as Marie's been left, you know, oh my God. You know, you can't be playing them sort of passes, holding a save, man. Marie's been left to the Wolves. As I said, Lukaku is dench. Double up on him. The testosterone thing is dead. You can't wait him. He will finesse you. He's a big you. When he's running at you, it's a linebacker thing. So why are we letting Lukaku turn? It's mad. It's crazy, man. It ain't about constantly being optimistic either. Got to balance your approach to everything. I hear that 100. But like I say, it's just how a man feel, man. It's positive in the sense of it's not as calam as it has been along playing Chelsea historically, but it's more a what could have been thing for me, man. Time for bed. Nah, man, it's still early. Smith Rowe, bro. Smith Rowe has lost it, and you're feeling sorry for yourself. I love you, Smith Rowe, but come on. Arteta, this is where you got to save the young boys now, man. And Ziyech is about to line it. Fortunately for us, he's deciding to be greedy. Look, people are trying to get their first goals of the season, and them things there. Nah, I rate Lokonga. But he's a big you. Look at him. Double up on him. Many teams, you know, Lukaku's going to score 20 league goals or something, but there's going to be many games for Chelsea. He absolutely does absolutely nothing because people read him, you know. You got to be smart, double up, let him run into blind alleys, you know. How many times, Lukaku, turn, I'm going to back up, ref, I'm not touching him. You're going to get spun and done. And then the wickedest thing about Lukaku, way where you're dealing with that, there's bare other runners. Bit harsh on Oba AM. I can't lie, man. Listen. There's no point. I'm not going to say man have played amazing, but I do definitely think he's done a lot more. Insult to injury. Werner's going to come and get 2 minutes. Probably that's all you need to score. That's what she said. Ball into the box. Balogun's won his header, but it's another Chelsea corner, I think. Bro, Marie's not levels, bro. But you lot are to blame as well, fans. You know, Tavares marking Lukaku. Lukaku did one dirty barge on him. You lot are to blame as well, man, because you lot don't. Some of you were singing Marie's praises. Now, again, balance and all, but some of you are saying don't sign. Bro, we sat here and done live streams. We got Marie. We don't need a centre half. We got Chambers is irrelevant, but you don't need we don't need a right back. We got Chambers. Try to tell you lot. You lot get gassed off the flavour of the month thing, the riding high in April, and then stuff like this, man, gets shot down in May. It's crazy, man. I can see Marie doing really well in Spain, but for me, I'm not convinced in the Prem. Too weak. Amy. I don't even think it's I hear you. You're not wrong. I don't even think it's a country thing for him. I just think you don't want it enough. Like, it don't matter if you're Spanish or not, because Puyol, you know, you look at Puyol, he's not allowing Lukaku. If Lukaku's doing that goal, the first goal they scored, look, you're going to see Puyol getting rolled around in the net. It's too easy for Marie. Marie's there looking to snitch to the ref. Alonso's put a ball in. Lukaku's got his head on it. It's trickled to Reece James, who's kept it alive. Reece James, ball in. Marie's got something on it. It's still alive, though. Tavares against Reece James. Reece James, good strength. He's looking for the foul. Don't let him buy it. He's done well to go home, to be fair. Kante, Jorginho. Chelsea have done well there, man. Well, I have some optimism, man. Lukaku got man of the match. You know, shout out to him. He did score, but that ain't fair. That's a Reece James thing. They're just giving it to him because it's the debut, and he's actually, you know, the hype has lived up. Fair play. You know, Lukaku hasn't been bad. He is a valuable winner, but you know, I think Reece James has been solid today. Balogun, Bamian, give your teammates something to work with, bro. Such is life. Such is life. Such is life. I guess. Man said we ain't making it out the hood. Probably not, brother. Not like this. Boy. 0 points from 2. 0 goals. No clean sheet. Don't know what the hell we're doing. Boy. But like I said, we can't feel sorry for ourselves. You got City. You've got Spurs after that, not too far. Can't feel sorry for yourselves, man. You feel sorry for yourselves. In life, things get worse, man. But is this going to keep them up at night? I don't know. At least we're into added on time, folks. A man said, I haven't drunk a dragon stout so quickly. Minute left of the game, people. Hit the like button. It's always a fantastic one being with you lot, man. Wait, might have to put on the PSG thing again. I actually want to find Arteta's comments on Pablo Marie, man. Kante, allow it, Kante. I'm YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Don't do it to me. Arteta's lucky. I can't find nothing on this guy. You know, I'm sure this guy's made some previous comments. That's that, people. That's that. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. Credit where due. First things first. I don't think they had to have much, but Chelsea have clearly listened to their manager's game plan. You know, they worked the channels well. They were very good on the counter attack. Their midfielders are a joy to watch. Lukaku got his debut goal. Reece James was superb. Everything Chelsea could do, they did their job. You know, one love to Lukaku, man, because that's a touch of class going around with the young players. Me personally, Tavares, Aubameyang, you was okay off the bench, but other than that, there's no positives really. You know, positive start, didn't react after going a goal down positively, and yeah, man, you know, Chelsea gave you they gave you warning signs. Had warning signs, man. Continuous warning signs. When you don't listen, unfortunately, this is what happens, man. This is what happens. Boy. Still staying here, people. Let's react to the game and things like that. You know, I'm just doing some notes and them things there. Boy. Get your comments in, people. Get your comments in. I'm coming right back. Man. Go again. We trust the process. We do all of that positive gobbledygook. All that positive malarkey. And pretend there's positives where there's none. All we do that going viral thing, negatives where there's none. One love to this thing, but I don't want to see no more of the. Oh wow, how can I change the channel when it's another channel showing this game? Do you not want to prolong my suffering? What's that? Golf. I don't watch golf and that. I Bayern Munich, say nothing, man. I got the Bayern Munich shirt over there. That can be done, man. Anyways, man, what are you lot saying, man? What are you lot saying? What are you lot saying? What are you lot saying? Let me take in what you guys are saying, man. Boy, let me take in what you lot are saying before I offer my own opinions. I think it's vital to take in the community. Let me just collect my thoughts, man. It's a bit of a weird one, really. I can't lie to you lot, man. But let me take in what you lot are saying. This is a good football education for Balogun. A championship loan side would do him good. True. Arteta will say we played well. We have a squad worse than last season, and I don't blame the Kroenkes. Is that true? You know, we spent 130 million. Can we afford to be saying that? Can we afford to be? I'm just asking you lot. Can we afford to be saying that? I don't know. It's a bit beaky, man. Are we even allowed in the hood? We might need to go championship. Bro, there will be games. Lukaku's a fantastic player, but there will be games he'll be marked out of the game with people who know how to defend, with people who want it more. Marie, like I said, shout out to Lukaku. One thing I love about Lukaku, when you think of a lot, is hunger. He wants to do well in life. He's got a growth mindset. You can tell he wants to improve. He's a good learner. He was more hungry to score that goal than Marie was to keep a clean sheet. Because if Lukaku dropped, if Marie waits him and Lukaku dropped, he's gonna get back up, and he might get memed in that, but he's gonna try. The minute Lukaku said move from me, Lukaku didn't even wait him. It's not even a strength thing. He just wanted it a bit more than him in that particular moment. You know, he just wanted it more than him. He went down. He's looking to the ref. How many times have we seen Marie do that? You know, this is the issue I have with Arsenal. It's because players are allowed to keep doing the same things. As much as Marie got pulled from pillar to post, he got treated like a donkey, got absolutely bullied by Lukaku today, you know. I'm struggling to understand the manager. Sometimes you've got to save a player. Sometimes you've got to switch the tactic. Now, granted, we're down to our bare bones at centre-half. I don't want to be the guy because when Saliba was set out on loan, I'm of the thinking, cool, Arteta, I'm not going to lie, Saliba is not amazing. He has the potential to be, but he's not all the way there yet. If you're saying you can't play him, let him go and get game time. He's an investment. But I can't understand how he can't be in the squad when we see experienced players playing like that. As poor as Marie, definitely not Lukaku is. Marie never done his homework, you know. As I said, you got two options with Lukaku. He's strong, he's powerful. You be humble. You can't move to him. So you let him turn and you get on that next touch. Once he turns, you get onto him and you make sure everybody's aware of the runners. Because what was you seeing happening? We're lucky Chelsea weren't firing in front of goal. How many times did Lukaku turn to, you know, we're getting stressed out by him and Mount, Havertz, the rest of them, Reece James, they're all making runs off him. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't understand our teammates today. Now, I do think Arteta has told Saka to stay narrow because I couldn't understand it. But Saka was very naive defensively, as you saw with Reece James. We watched the live stream. How many times did I say, listen, Reece James is going to cause us problems if we don't switch on? You saw it. Tierney. It looks like Tierney's on as a fullback. I've been there. You don't really trust there's a lack of communication clearly between our defensive unit, but you don't really trust Maurice, so you're over covering and you're probably covering against Reece James, giving Reece James too much space. But at the same time, Tierney is not talking to Saka is not talking to Tierney, Marie is not talking to his either sides. Leno kind of has to get thrown into that as well. It's not levels really and truly. Like these guys, certain man cannot take us to whatever level we want. Certain players cannot show us basic competence. But this is the problem. These guys will play. The dust will settle after this City game. There'll be that inevitable moment at Arsenal. I don't even know if it's after that, where we start to put a run of form together. Fans start to forget what has happened. You start to think players are of a level they're not, because they do it with Chambers, they do it with Cedric, we do it with Marie. Riding high in April and shot down in May, best example. As I said, overexposed at some point, it became laughable, and that ain't even 100% Lukaku. You could see it. You could see Lukaku's got a lot more to give, Marie better in the second half, but you still got bullied, again, that's why man relish it. We said Tony is going to relish playing us for Brentford. Had a good game, didn't score. Lukaku take away his goal, had a good game, going to relish it. City don't even play with a striker, but I'm sure you all saw Gab Jesus on the wings. We're going to be in issues. Very naive defensively, following runners, looking over shoulders. As I said, the thing that was shocking me the most is, Chelsea, when you go forward, because one thing I was kind of positive about, we got into their box a bit more. Like I always say, you can get into their box. It doesn't correlate to scoring. What were the best chances? Probably Holding, pulling it wide, Saka asking a chance in the second half. Beyond that, we're getting in their box. Smith Rowe missing kicks a couple times. We didn't really do anything. It's about the mentality. We're not really, I don't know, man. There's just so many issues, man. Like, there's just so many issues. It's like the defensively, they're just very naive. Like I said, the counter-attacks on the transitions, they bought Lukaku to hold it up. Lukaku's a very good technical player. He's either going to spin you and get an opportunity himself, or, the more technical players, the Havertz, the Mounts, are going to benefit. And if a couple of them had their shooting boots, Havertz took a header, took it off probably the hand or foot of Lukaku getting his second. Mount should have done better with a couple of opportunities. Reece James could have had a couple more assists. It's just the naiveties. And when I see game performances like that, whether it's the manager technically or the players, you lot don't learn your lessons, because you could have just, like I said, pre-season or not, there's always a lesson. You could have watched the game you lot played against Chelsea in pre-season. A lot of these naiveties with the same individuals and in general were seen. You could have looked at the Spurs one. You could have looked at the Brentford one. There's many of them. And, we've got to separate positives and positives for the sake of it. What I feel was positive, clearly, it could have been a lot worse. We probably expected to lose. We expected Lukaku to score. It's 2-0. I did expect to definitely probably score, ask a bit more questions of Mendy. And as good as Chelsea were on the counter-attack, the way they pressed, the way they linked up, he handed them goals. Just like with Brentford. If it's like going down 4th Street and dangling where I live, or Tottenham High Road or Emerald Green or something late at night, taking all the money you have out your bank balance and shouting and waving around, look, I've got peas. You're going to get robbed. Someone's going to move to you. You presented Chelsea with an opportunity to burgle you lot. They burgled you lot. For Chelsea, they're fantastic. Look, 6 points on the board. They're doing what they need to do. For us, we know the start to the season is difficult. Fundamentally, first thing, regardless of how the season's gone so far, we don't see a DNA. I want you lot to bear that in mind, because that's my biggest point. Second of all, we have to deal with the fact 0 points, 0 goals, 0 clean sheets. How many goals have we conceded now? My maths is poor, but that's 4 goals conceded now. It is what it is, for individually not believing in certain players and things like that. We've been dealt a shorthand. We're kind of shook in relation to what could or what couldn't be happening with Martinelli and Tierney now, to go with Partey and the rest of them. Really and truly, our young players weren't quite at it today. Smith Rowe was there in little bits and pieces. It weren't really levels. Saka, again, he don't look as sharp. Clearly, I'm not saying he's on holiday mode. He's still the guy, still protecting him and things. Doesn't look as sharp. First touch was horrible today. As I said, him and Lukaku swapped boots. Defensively weren't quite at it. Clearly isn't 100% in terms of sharpness. Saka will be good for it. Tierney, love him. Still think he's one of the best in the league. I don't care. He's had a bad game. It is what it is. But he was terrible. And if I'm real with you, he was kind of meaty against Brentford. But the thing for me is, individually, people have to be held accountable without a doubt. But for me, I just get too many flashbacks. Like, all right, cool. It's Saka and Tierney today. 9 times out of 10, them and they're up for it. They're here. They had bad games. This is another problem, in that when people have bad games that we rely upon, we're in problems as a football club. But for me, it's Tierney and Saka today. You know, against Brentford, it was Ben White, Sly Marie as well, if I remember correctly, Chambers, and everyone was on nonsense. Pre-season, we saw Bellerin, El Nene, you know, Marie, you know, people against Chelsea and Spurs. My point's pre-season, you know, in Scotland, the poor defensive frailties as well. You know, my point being, there's a theme. There's a lack of respect for the art of defending as a football club. I say that. Yes, I know we went with 3 at the back and tried to mitigate against Chelsea. And at the end of the day, it's not as bad as it could have been, even if there is that. But now we're in a dangerous position where we find positives where there's none. If we're real with ourselves, you know, it wasn't as bad as possible. But a team that really wants to get in Europe and things like that, in terms of responding to adversity, putting in a good performance at home to go off the back of what was a woeful home record last season, to go off the back with your fans being there for the first game of the season at home, and obviously what's going on with Corona, that's not it. You know, players didn't turn up today. Like I said, what was you doing in Monday? You know, you should have watched the Brentford game off the own back, but you lot weren't thinking about this Chelsea game because some of you weren't prepared. You know, some of you did better than others. I don't think beyond Marie, no one was really terrible, if I'm honest with you. I don't think it's a game to sit here, rant and rave and whatnot. You know, there was positives, but it's same old, same old. We need to stop comparing the fact that we didn't lose 5-0 and we lost 2-0. The fact that we were a bit more positive and on the front foot and actually got into their half a bit more than we expected. We need to stop. That's in comparison to how poor we have been in the last 2 seasons. That's not good enough. How many saves did Mendy really make? He didn't test Mendy. You know, Chelsea didn't really kill off that game. He had chances. Like, take nothing away from Chelsea. You know, they didn't kill off that game. You know, there'll be other situations like that, teams that are expected to do less than us, or maybe teams that, like Chelsea, are fighting for the league and whatnot, that will get something out of that game or definitely make it a bit more nervy. You know you're in trouble as a football club when you're seeing Rudiger outside of the lovely pass, outside of the peg passes, trying to get assists. You know, Kante of all people doing the flickers and that. Kante is amazing for what he does, but say that ain't part of his pay grade. When their man are doing things like that, Lukaku said, you know what? Big up to everyone who put me on the FPL. I could do a bit more. You know, Mount and Havertz should feel they should score a goal. You know, if I'm Thomas Tuchel, I would have probably brought on Werner a bit earlier. Even he might have scored. You know, it could have been a different game. Leno's distribution is shaky, but he made some saves. There were some opportunities. As I said, Chelsea didn't take advantage of, but what can you say? Same old, man. You know, there's a bit more fight, a bit more ambition, a tiny bit more of a reaction ultimately from the Brentford game, but it's not levels, is it? Like, ultimately, if it's another game like with Brentford, take nothing away from them. But way before you talk about the game plan and, you know, as I said, the transition that Chelsea were on and our naiveties, or better yet, how good they were at that, you talk about our self-implodingness. You know, like Tierney and Saka fundamentally are the ones to blame for the first goal. But then there's other things, you know, other midfielders are not reading the game. Marie's beaten too easily in the build-up by Lukaku, as I said at the start, but boy, man, you know, it's happened, innit? Can't feel sorry for ourselves. Just have to move forward, really, you know. Can cry and cry and cry, but it's not getting any better. You got City. And like in life, when things go wrong, they go really wrong. But you have to respond to adversity. You lot don't want it bad enough. If you wanted it, we wouldn't be talking about the same old things. I'm not even talking about the result because we need a lot to beat Chelsea, as you guys know. But boy, like, it's not pretty. Like, it's not pretty. It's got to get worse before it gets better, unfortunately. Really unfortunately, but it is what it is. One love to everyone. Make sure you're hitting the like button and all of those sort of things, folks. Sure, that's there. Boy, what are you lot saying, man? If I'm being honest with you, DG, I can't really understand the hype behind Balogun from our fan base. The problem is not Balogun. The problem is not that you feel, you know, he's not levels. You know, we don't know how good he is. The problem is the fans. They start saying, sell this guy, that guy, start him. And he's a young man that hasn't played 10 90-minute games, much less 10 Premier League games. You know, he's going to look like a fish out of water or a duck out of water. He's going to struggle. He should struggle. That's the only way he can improve. You know, or he could go back to 23 scoring 1 million goals. You know, again, good experience for him in the minutes he played today. Not that he could alter the game. Good experience for him being outside his comfort zone against Brentford. Against Brentford, he played some real street smart centre halves. Against Chelsea, same logic, but you're playing some more higher quality defenders. You know, people that you're not physically stronger than and all those sort of things. You know, again, we shouldn't be relying on these guys. If I'm honest with you, thank God it's only 2-0. Facts. -4 goal difference after 2 games. Not looking good into the City game, bro. That's going to be -9 or 1 million now, isn't it? Absolutely embarrassing. Great performance. Only going to get worse. You know, I'm not putting this up to be negative. I'm just a fan of the same way I've said my opinion. Whether you feel you're negative or positive, I feel everyone's allowed their opinion. So Don't come in thinking this is a pity party, finding positives where there are none. Don't come to this live stream thinking you're just going to see mad, just moving mad and things like that. Boy, I can't lie to you. Man City will fancy a win. I hope to God Pep Guardiola helps his friend, bro. I hope he helps his friend. I hope he helps his friend and we beat City 5-0 or whatever. I hope they react in the transfer market. Meaty game, meaty manager, meaty players, and meaty system. Boy, you're not happy. Thanks for the watch along, DG. Much appreciated. And listen, I appreciate you lot. Without you lot, it's dead. You know, win, lose, or draw. I love to be here speaking about football, about Arsenal and everything else. We lost. It's not the result, but I appreciate you lot wherever you lot are. You know, you lot make it what it's worth, man. DG, what's your kit closet looking like? Well, right now it's looking like the PSG thing's finna come out, innit? I'm so vexed with Arsenal. I ain't even looked at the third shirt and done a kit review for you lot. Like, I'll soon leave Arsenal. I mean, Osman, one love, but if you're gonna leave Arsenal, you probably should, man. Can't blame Arteta for the mistakes of Tini. It's rubbish. Chelsea are a better team, but we gave too much room. I'll soon leave. Oh, I already said that. I don't even enjoy watching anymore. Half the game, I'm just looking at my phone because I know we won't score. Should have heard me chatting the most at work about last year's double. I need to stop doing this to myself. I'm fed up with this winless team. Tactics are why we keep looking rubbish. It's all on Arteta now. Trust the process. Pastor preach, man. Fair play, you know. You have to be real. Can only judge Arteta when he has a full strength available. No Gabriel, no White, no Partey, no Lacazette. Eddie now. Martinelli is injured, and now Tini is injured. Judging when they're fit. I hear you. You're not wrong, but at the same time, have we not seen performances with all of those individuals involved, and we've still bottled? Would they have made a difference? I definitely agree. We needed them. I definitely agree. Dan, 10 sex Dan, you're killing me with that username, but I definitely agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Have we not seen performances like this? Would they made the greater of difference? Did we see a game plan? Regardless, because at worst, surely we should see a game plan and players that aren't quite levels to interact that. Like you saw with Pep Guardiola, you could tell Joe Hart wasn't good enough. Or when Klopp came in, you could tell certain man couldn't do that high intensity thing and all of those ones. I'm just simply playing devil's advocate, my dude. Interesting way of looking at it. You know, I do think he's been dealt a short hand, but you know, injuries are part of a season. You know, City had injuries last year, players stepped up. Liverpool had injuries last year, players stepped up and helped them get third. I'm sure Chelsea had injuries or something, players stepped up. I'm sure United had injuries, you know, somehow United weren't second for all the last season. I'm sure somehow players stepped up and they got second. I'm sure there's players that stepped up in a relegation race. And I hear you, I agree. They're some of our best players, 100%. I'm just simply providing an alternative look at it, my dude. So don't shoot the messenger in that regard. It's all love. One love to everybody who's locked in, man. As I said, it's a pleasure to be here chatting with you. Like, oh, wait, there's MLS. No. I'm not trying to watch no MLS and that. Put some cricket on. It's no more football. The only football that's being done is this talking thing. Saka was disappointing. Bro, Saka was disappointing. He's still my guy, innit? Bad games happen. I'm looking, make no excuse. You know, him playing poor makes no excuse. You know, him coming back late and whatnot from the Euros makes no excuse for obviously the mistakes and his first touch and stuff. But, you know, Saka's bad days are rare, innit? I stand by these players. Same like with Tini. I'm not going to cap. I don't think Tini was that good against Brentford either. Saliba is better than Marie. He might be, but let's also be real. Bro, there would have been same way games like that, and then man would have bottled as well. So, you know, for me, I'm not going to lie, Arsenal fans, I'm not saying we're wrong, but I'm playing devil's advocate. I do think it's always the player that isn't involved is the one that we scream, you know, and we've done that with David Luiz and Xhaka against Villarreal, Lacazette and obviously Aubameyang with Brentford and whoever today and wherever, whenever, and I'm sure you lot are getting different examples. You're not wrong, but how often are we going to keep spinning that one to ourselves? At what point are we potentially insulting our own intelligence? You know, because Saliba might have come, and same way Saka had a bad game, Smith Rowe weren't amazing, and, you know, whatever with the young players, you know, he might have looked like that. And same way, you know, not to say he said it, but same way someone might have alluded to Balogun potentially being overrated, might say the same thing about Saliba. Such is life. People cry about somebody playing. They play, they have a woeful game. It's easy to support and say how good someone is when things are going right. But yeah, man, Why didn't he change the system when we were getting exposed on that side? Now, I was saying he should have done that at halftime, just like against Brentford. We should have changed to a 3 at the back at halftime. Is that reactive reactive tactics? Is it because he's being stubborn and worked on something all week and wants to remain like that? I'll leave you lot to draw your own conclusions in that regards. Sorry, folks. Trying to do the timestamps for a couple of you, because obviously I know some of you like to watch it on the reruns, and I like to just have the little timestamp so you can see specifically what we've spoken about post pre-game and the rest of it, people. But yeah, man, what's the time here? 2:40. Sorry, folks. But yeah, man, is what it is. Will Odegaard be available for City? Hopefully, should be. This team bores me. I don't know what to say. I wasn't even bored today. I don't think it was one of those. I think it was just more. I don't know really where I am with it. Like I don't think it's one to get in a hissy fit. I think on some hands it is. I don't think it's one to find positives where there's none. I just think we need to be real that it's not it, you know, the people that own this football club, the people that run this football club, the people that are in charge on a management tactical point of view, there's a lot of question marks. You know, we spent 130 million. Do we look better? I know people are not available and there's many variables, but do we look like we have a system so that these players slot in theory? Ben White slots in. He comes into a already functioning defensive unit, and like Van Dijk, beyond the obvious, but like Van Dijk at Liverpool, takes it to another level. If Ramsdale was to get a look in the same logic in anyone else's bought, you know, it's crazy, man. You know, it is a process. You know, I want Arteta to get it right. I can't lie to you. If he got sacked tomorrow, I'm not gonna cry. But at the same time, you know, we've got to call it as I see it. You know, if you're trying to bake a cake, you might ask your chef, are you sure you're supposed to do it that way? Because I've done it this way. You know, it doesn't mean free from criticism. So yeah, man. Bro, I don't know who wore the I don't know who wore the armband, but it's a simple thing of everybody should look like a captain, man. I would like to love for the super chat. I'm going to get into that. I would like to see our full strength team today. To be fair to you, his hands were tired. You know, we had injuries. The situation is now in free fall, controvertible. I can't say that word, man. That's a big word for man. But MA can't. Yeah, man. You're saying he can't do anything to help this collapse. We need an experienced head to manage our young players and bring some stability. I mean, we had Emery and it failed. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying we need the people, you know, the tactical front, the owner of the club, everyone below Arteta and Arteta. It's not giving you confidence, much less the playing squad. But we're saying the same things we were saying against Brentford. We're saying the same things we probably, you know, some of you actually, what the trolls have been doing now is going back on a lot of my older watch-alongs. And I'm sure if we all did that, we're going to find ourselves talking about the same old things here and there, man. I mean, you can talk about Ben White as much as you want. Ben White played no part today, so it's neither here nor there. We can talk about the mismanagement. One love for the super chat once again, FM. But yeah, man. Is Arteta just unlucky? No, I think it's gone beyond that. Very poor, 3-4 into nothingness. I don't mind criticizing the team and structure, but allow the fans is all I'd say. I can't lie. Some of you, man, got to try and learn to detach yourself emotionally from Arsenal. No surprise we got rubbed out. We are brass. We will get rubbed out next week. It is what it is. Boy, maybe relegation will help. Dead that, man. DG, my bro, Pablo Maria is robbed. He's not mentally, physically, or technically good enough. That halfway line tackle just shows he's out of his depth. After Lukaku scored and ran him ragged, he does it. Head loss probably, man. What's Ben White got to do with today? Trust me, unless you're talking about potential mismanagement, is what it is. It was nice to see Lokonga spreading out some decent diags, true. But to play devil's advocate, such is the life. A team that's meant to pride itself on technical masterclasses, praising players that are able to just see a pass and do it. You know, you look at Chelsea's midfielders, you know, I was doing it, but I'm pretty sure Chelsea fans are past the point. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not getting at you, but they're past the point of praising Jorginho for turning and spreading it, or Kovacic and whatever, you know. I just feel mainly sorry for the young players because, as you see, when there's not really a luxury afforded for them to play poorly, man, you know. I feel like young players are set up to fail, man. Like you look at Tavares, he's looked good off the bench in the last couple of appearances he's made, but there's gonna come a time he's gonna look lost. Same way Balogun looked lost last week. So yeah, Marie got rubbed out, bro. Rubbed out. Absolutely ripped, man. Absolutely ripped. How bad it's got to be before Stan sells? Well, I haven't read the program from today, but allegedly in the program he was talking about you know, the reaffirming his commitment to Arsenal and the rest of all of that. So make of that what you will, my guys. Make of that what you will, my people, man. You know, one love to everyone who's been supporting, though. 517 likes, and I feel we're at the stage now where I'm just gonna say my review, my review. I know I've been going off the dome, and I'm probably gonna repeat myself. But as much as you look like being here, you lot are therapy for me, man. You lot make me. I won't say make me feel everything's okay, but it just feels like a therapy session, man. So let me say Arsenal versus Chelsea review. And obviously, it makes it easier for me to cut up a couple of these clips also as well. But yeah, man, you know, next week I'm aiming to start doing a little, you know, Tino's been talking about doing a Discord show and stuff. So I'll start to do that and we'll get more alternative opinions. But where do we start? Or if we start, we're not going to finish, people, really and truly. And again, these are just my notes. So let me share my screen with you and offer my opinions on the game. You know, I love a good Google sheet. Let's go to Chrome tab, Chelsea here we go. So yeah, as you lot can see here, people, if I share my screen with you lot, that's actually for my DG podcast. I was watching the United game earlier, but I feel first half, literally at this point, maybe the first 10 minutes or so, I think we started off better than expected. We was a bit more positive. We didn't talk on Lukaku when they're attacking players for a while. As you lot saw in my watch along, I said it's great doing it for the first 8 minutes. You've got 80 odd minutes. As time told, obviously we saw it wasn't levels, but we started off all right. In general, I think we definitely got the ball into their half and into their box a lot often than I thought we do. The token of that as well is, again, we struggle creativity wise. We don't shoot. We didn't really test Mendy. You know what? Holding's effort wide. Saka's shot in the second half. You know, a couple of times Smith Rowe could have pulled the trigger, didn't. You know, that's it, really and truly. That was it. Saka penalty, should it have happened or not? Me, I think it's a stonewall penalty. But beyond that, they're the only times we look like we're threatened. Couple of times, once again, what's his face? Tini's putting the ball into the box. Nobody's taking advantage of it. There was I can't remember if it's past this point, but there was a time like Holding's gone in, and if someone's just following in, they get something on it. Other than that, I don't think we look like a football team. You know, obviously, it's another game with silly mistakes, this time from Saka and Tini. I love them both, still defend them both, still two of the best players in our team. Tini still, in my opinion, the best left back in the league. He's shameless, but he was woeful. You know, as I said earlier, it looks like a bit of everything. You know, I've been in that position like Tini, where you're with Marie. Marie doesn't give you confidence, so you're potentially over-covering. Him over-covering is resulting in him not doing his job and looking over his shoulder. Also, he's not telling Saka, who Saka should be right up next to Reece James and allow Tini to double up. Or if he hasn't read that, Tini goes out there and Saka fills in for him. Neither does that. Reece James, as we said in the watch along, you could see it. It was happening. You know, as a fullback, you can see these things. It's happening. We've given him too much time. He's done what he's needed. He's done what he's needed to do, people, and they've gone one up, people. It was going to happen. You know, Lukaku is terrorizing us in all aspects of the word. You know, really, we knew it's going to happen. You know, Marie's having a tough game off his own accord. He's struggling physically. You know, we're not doubling up on Lukaku. If we are winning the first challenge against Lukaku, we're not winning the second. On the transition, how many times did they look to threaten? And Chelsea could have probably won this by a lot more, which is why I'm cool with 2-0. I know Lukaku's man of the match, but for me, it's Reece James because he just showed basic competencies. Obviously, for Lukaku's goal, Marie doesn't want it enough. As I said, Lukaku wants to score more than Marie wants to keep a clean sheet. If you see how Marie's gone down and he's going, I'm fouled, and that, if that's Lukaku's going to get up and still try and get a goal. Marie's too easy. So I have to say we've probably got a defender who doesn't like defending. It's not all his fault, but we're at 6s and 7s. Players are not understanding each other. Like I said, understanding Marie's slow. Don't get him pulled out into positions. I did feel We made a bit more of a positive start in the first half, but we're giving the ball away a bit too cheaply. I do think we need a bit more intention and invention because, as I said, we had the ball a lot more. We was in their half a lot more, but we can't confuse that with actually threatening Mendy. There weren't too many things Mendy had to do. You know, off the ball, I think there was initially some positive moments. As I said, you know, such is life. That is an Arsenal performance. We start off well, we're dominating the game, and then we concede. I don't think we reacted well enough from going to go down. And I know our season's a mess. I know our last season's a mess. I know our club is a mess in all sorts of the word. But how you react to going to go down, whatever your ambitions in the season, that's going to happen. Yeah, you worked on something all week. You know, you should have assumed to go down, same way you should have assumed to be behind the ball, deal with Chelsea's transition and how cultured they are on the ball and things like that. You know, sometimes plans don't go to plan. You've been a goal down. You know, anyone that's played football has been a goal down. React to it. Try and score again. So, yeah, man, obviously we've shot ourselves in the foot for those 2 goals. You know, the first one is way too easy. You know, Marie's too easy. Tierney and Saka have messed up. Once again, poor on the transition from us. Reece James gets a goal to match his assist. Once again, we're on the transition. We're not respecting the art of defending. We're not closing people down. You know, it's far too easy. And there was many incidences. It could have been a lot worse. At halftime, I feel we're going long for no reason at times. Take care of the ball. Martinelli, it's a courageous effort, but he's not going to win it physically 9 times out of 10. Mendy hasn't had to make a save, as you lot can see, as I've said here, people. Let me start highlighting it because it looks a bit better. Need to do better with the first and second balls, as I explained. You know, Chelsea on that left-hand side is all right. I mean, our left, their right is looking scary, and I'm actually looking at Saka needs to come off. Need to double up on Lukaku better. He's allowed to turn too much. You know, again, we're not blocking his runs when he's running into channels. We're not doubling up against him. We're not being respectful and easing off him sometimes. You know, so that's it. Defending is not just about winning the ball. It's about guiding people in scenarios. And we're not picking up the runners. Like I'm sure you lot was in the watch along. I think even it's the second half, so I'm jumping ahead. But Mount counter, the Chelsea countered and it fell to Mount. And I was like, oh, there's 3 Chelsea shirts there. There was about 6 Arsenal shirts. I bet you the Chelsea's odds are in Chelsea's favour. Mount, you know, Marie's going down Silly Street every day, every minute of the game. Silly Street, again, I think that was the incidents where Havertz took it off Lukaku. I could be wrong. We need more intention and more invention. Ultimately, we're still very naive. We don't understand our teammates. Once again, we're getting into their box, but not doing anything. We've had one shot on target, 2 shots. We're not brave enough. Once again, collective errors are ultimately our issue. You know, these are just unnecessary timestamps, so ignore that, people. Second half, you know, consolation, if you want to find one, is we looked better in the second half. You know, we drew the second half, if you want to do that, like Arsenal fans. We're the best team since 2021 started, and if the league started in December, we'd be all right. So there's that for you. We did look at, you know, I don't think we started off the second half like we've had half time. I think Chelsea started off better than us once again. Made a bit more of a meal of it. Once again, got into their half a whole lot without doing anything. Didn't really do much with our corners. Transition beyond, you know, our midfield can't give you enough. You know, Xhaka's limited in what he offers. Lokonga has showed some great passes, but again, his primary strength is not breaking down the defense. You know, our young players are just, you know, Smith Rowe's there in patches. Saka's trying, but it's the man, they are not on it today. They just, and to go with Tierney having an off day. You know, I actually feel Tavares and Aubameyang looks better off the bench, but again, that's finding positives really where there's none, you know. And obviously, you know, Leno made a couple of big saves, and, you know, even when Lukaku's asking, did Leno save that? But everything went wrong today, really. There's not really any positives. Again, no goals scored this season, you know, out of a possible 6.0, you know, for me, we knew it was a tough run and stuff, but if we saw the way we're trying to play, there might be some encouragement. No way, no, like you see here, people, no points, no clean sheet, ultimately no direction. Ignore that, because that's for some other videos. My ending thoughts, we need more in midfield, as I keep saying. You know, Auer was there, go and do it. You know, Bissouma, probably not the sort of skill set I'm calling for, but you saw how great he played for Brighton. Need a bit more. We can't respond to setbacks. We didn't respond well enough to 1-0. We didn't respond well enough to 2-0. It looked more like Chelsea were going to get a third than we was going to ruin that clean sheet. You know, it's confusing. We're getting into the box without chances. That's meant to say. So let me delete that. Errors once again played a part. Obviously, at this moment in time, I don't know the status in what's happening with Martinelli and Tierney, but that scares you. The fact that some subs, just by running and looking like competent footballers, and shout out to Aubameyang, they questioned him as a captain. He came on with half an hour and he's had problems with health. Didn't do much. Chelsea killed us in the channels each and every time, you know, trying to hit that into Tierney's channel where Marie's going to get dragged out. We should have learned that lesson from the Emirates a couple of weeks ago. better in the second half. This is more so in relation to Reece James. They gave us warning signs. We didn't take them. Ultimately, you know, congratulations to Chelsea. You know, they didn't have to be at much. We gave them their goal. You know, probably I'd say if I'm too cool, we probably got into their box a bit more than you would have liked, but devastating on the counter attack, fantastic in possession. You know, street smart footballers. You know, they did everything. They looked like a team wanting to get 2 wins on the board, 6 points, and you know, have similar success to what they're doing in Europe and things like that. So we need to move forward to City. End of the day, it's happened. Learn, apply yourselves if you must, and then we go again. But that's what I feel in relation to what we saw across 90 minutes, folks, in that regards, folks. So it is what it is in that regards. What's the time? 2:55, I'll call that. Let me add a timestamp. Yeah. Let me move this from you lot. And yeah, man, it is what it is. Arsenal on a roll, unfortunately. Boy, man. It's unfortunate that this has to happen, man. But we move, man. We move. We got no choice but to move, haven't we, people? It is what it is firmly in that regards, man. What else are you guys saying, man? Trust me, what's all this blind positivity? The only way to be an effective striker in Arteta's system is to drop all the way back to the DM spot to advance passes like Lacazette. And again, is that effective? Because you're not scoring goals. In what was their 118th campaign in England's top flight tiers, Arsenal have opened a league season with 2 defeats and no goals after 2 matches for the first time in their history. Again, these lot want to be part of negative history. That's going to stay with a lot of these guys for life, folks. Unfortunately, man. Positive is they went easy on us. DG, they gave us life today. We are lucky they aren't ruthless and didn't put us in the mud. There's nothing positive about today's performance. I saw Tierney sitting on the bench behind Arteta. He'll most probably miss West Brom and play at City. Hopefully, man. Please stop spamming, broskies. You know, we're having a good time here. Don't spam. It's not going to get read out. Still looking forward to Odegaard over the next few years. Hopefully in the Premier, not in the Championship. My guy DG, United didn't win, so I can't inject this. So we suffer together. I still like the vid, my G. Love, appreciate that. And bro, you got 4 points. We got none. You know, Spurs people can say, oh, they look like they're doing this in Europe and whatever. Arsenal fans can laugh at the fact that they lost their first tie of that Conference League, but they got 6 points on the board, or they were winning against Wolves. United got 4, Chelsea got 6. Now again, with defo Spurs, but less the other teams. These teams are moving serious. They're trying to put points on the board. I don't know if we're trying to do that, people. So, boy. We're going to get into player ratings now, people. Sorry. Arsenal versus Chelsea player ratings. That's what we're going to get into at this moment in time, folks. So let me put up the players who started this thing. So yeah, man, let's start these player ratings. So yeah, if I start with, you know, I just thought we'll leave it up there. We'll try it a bit differently. But if I start with Leno, can't really blame you for nothing today, man. You know what? You made a couple saves, man. I'm one of Leno's biggest critics. I'm going to watch the game again and tactically review it, of course. But I give Leno a 7, man. Probably a 6, but I give you credit because you made 2 big saves for me. Your distribution weren't the best today. But I can't ask you. Listen, we can have all our criticisms of Leno. And like I said, the main one is still distribution. But I can't ask you for nothing more, Leno. So, you know, I might give Leno it's probably a 6. But I drop him a 7 based on the save, man. In fact, you know what? Overdoing it, man. 6 is cool. I'll give Leno a 6. I give Leno a 6. If you lot do bonus points, I give him a bonus point. Cedric. Was Cedric terrible? I don't know, people. I don't think he was amazing. But you know what? I don't think a lot of people were terrible, man. So I'm going to give, you know what? 6 for Leno. 5 for Cedric. 5 for Holding. I don't think Holding was terrible. I can't sit here and cap. 5 for Holding. Yeah, man. 6 for Leno, 5 for Cedric, 5 for Holding. I can't lie. I'll give you a 1, Marie, for turning up. You done your job. You turned up, and you know if you're a cleaner, you need to be in the office to clean or wherever. You're a footballer. You needed to be at the Emirates, innit? So I give you a 1. But you know, I'm not. You know me. I don't do this scapegoating thing. I don't do this scapegoating thing. But Marie, I don't think you was helped by your teammates. I don't think Arteta helped you, but you didn't look like an experienced centre half. Teeny weren't the greatest, but I wouldn't have known you're the eldest centre half. I wouldn't even be able to tell Teeny's a centre half, and I mean a left back, and you're a centre half. So I have to give you a 1. I'm not gonna further draw you out. You were haunted, and the thing is, Lukaku weren't even the best Lukaku today. Lukaku weren't really hungry like that. He was just cooling. He's like, I'm gonna get off for the score. I'm gonna get off the goal sheet. I'm gonna get a goal for this season. Get a score in my debut. I'm a give the fans what they want. You know, that weren't a ruthless Chelsea today. That weren't a ruthless Lukaku. It would have been even longer. You know, again, scary, man. When you got no Ben White, no Gabriel, even though they're not the finished article, very scary the options we can put together, man. You know, a 1, Tierney, a 4. Maybe even a 3. I got to keep it trill because you was involved in both the errors. I got to keep it trill. I'm going to give Tierney a 3. Nah, man. Tierney 4, Cedric 4. Because, I mean, Tierney did get forward, but 4s. Xhaka 5. I don't think he was that bad. Lokonga, I'll give you a 6. You know, on another day, you and Leno probably could have bagged some 7s. Smith Rowe, I'll give you a 4. I mean, you know, a 5. You put yourself about. I'll give Pepe a 6. You tried. Martinelli, I'll give you a 5. Saka, I'll give you a 4 as well. You was ineffective. You know, pardon me, the bench guys aren't really relevant, but, you know, I think Tavares and Aubameyang, based on their minutes, I give them both 6s and 7s, really. They offered something, if I'm completely honest with you. So, yeah, man, that's where I'm at with the player ratings, man. But a woeful day, really and truly, man. You know, I don't think anyone apart from Marie was shambolic. You know, again, Tierney and Saka were shambolic for the goals, but I don't think anyone was shambolic. It was just more of the same, man. You know, as I said, for me, Leno and Sambi probably the man of the matches for me. You know, Lokonga played some cute little passes. Leno made some saves. Man of the match. It can't be a man of the match when you lose, but the Lokonga thing, I feel Leno should get a 7. I feel Sambi should get a 7, but I feel I'm overdoing it. So that's where we're staying at with them, where they're regarded, man. Is what it is. What's the time so I can make that timestamp? 3:00. Well, is what it is, man. We move. Oh, we have to move. We got no choice. Literally got no choice. Filler said, DG, where do we go from here? Love to be able to tell you something. I don't know. Until the mentality changes, first and foremost. Clearly, we need better players. But until the mentality is arrested and the cheap mistakes and the psychological issues from there, I don't know. And I don't think we're going anywhere, man. It's a bit of a myth. Xhaka should have organized the midfield better. We got overrun by Jorginho and Co. I hear you, but it's not down to him. You know, Lokonga and him haven't played together too long. You know, it's down to Arteta. You know, the midfield is a big part as to how Chelsea play. I can't imagine, you know, midfield wasn't anything next to, I have to, better yet, I imagine midfield or Chelsea's midfield that was central to his plannings. You've got to get that right. It's not down to Xhaka. Bro, but listen, it's always the players that are not involved or the guys we all talk about it, bro. Every player that's missing, they've been here when we've done things like that, innit? So it's not adapting. I don't think we need a midfielder. You know, we've got Partey, Xhaka, Lokonga, El Nene for 2 options, and now we have Odegaard as a 10. I hear that, but man are limited, man. I think they're limited. He's going to bet on Xhaka, so that even more. But I think people are limited. I think we need someone in that midfield, man. To call Marie timid today is a bit of a joke. You know, is what it is. Leno kept it 2-0 and people are hating on him. Bitch said Cedric was average. To be fair, being average is a lot better than what some people are on. Hi, DG. Must be tough streaming Arsenal games at the moment. Keep up the good work. I always say I got you lot, man. You know, if you lot weren't so entertaining, I know some of the other fans take the piss and whatnot, and it's all love. But, you know, you lot always say something interesting, and it's a pleasure to be here day in, day out, man. I know that the results is mad in that, but it is what it is. Pepe deserves a 3. I think that's emotionally charged still. The screw up for this season started when the window opened, knowing your gaps and addressing them early and give players time to adapt. True. DG, hope you was good, bro. Chelsea was in third gear easy, just like Brentford the week before, bro. You know, because they don't need, you don't need to be at your maximum at Arsenal, unfortunately. At best, you can, Tuchel probably didn't even have to do tactics today, neither did the Brentford guy. Arsenal are going to self-implode in some aspect. Bit of a different bit of self-implodement this week, then last, and who knows what next week is going to say. But it is what it is, man. Boy, I'm sick of being an Arsenal fan. I think I'm going to do something stupid if we carry on losing like that, Please protect your mental health, Tony. But if you don't want to support Arsenal, you're not a real fan, then you don't switch up on your team. I know there's nothing to support at this moment, but it's a bit of a madness. So we need at least another 50 million signing. No, this show, we're not good. We're not strong enough to compete. Even Chelsea's bench can take us. Arteta slowly but surely turning good players into average players. Thanks for the live only thing to look for this season. Boy. Lokonga was good. Lokonga had a good game, man. It's unfortunate that it doesn't mean much in it. You ain't got much change, Good player. Hopefully we can get the best out of them. And the thing that scares you the most is you're kind of seeing it a bit with Tierney now. At what point do you lose your superpowers and you succumb to the bad habits and all the things that we're doing or existing players have been doing at this club prior? We need a new coach, and Zaha sent Maximum. I'm not sure, I like St. Maximum, but his numbers are meaty. I'm a big Zaha fan, so why not? You're on the right track with Max Kakare, a right back and another centre back, but I don't think we're signing another centre back, having just signed ones. Maybe we should have loaned one out. Skeptical club. What a name. I'm a Pool fan, but I will take Arsenal getting back on top than City or Spurs. I appreciate that, man. Just wish the people who own the club knew a bit more, man. I can't lie, this stream is one of the only reasons I still watch Arsenal. I appreciate that, Chase Gold, but what I would implore to you, look in your heart, man. There was a reason you supported Arsenal, whether that's family, Henri, whatever. Just don't let them kill that. Don't let them kill that for you, man. Big up, Neil. I'm a Chelsea fan, but have a soft spot for Arsenal because they always try to play good football. Not sure about now. Keep your head up, Gooners. It's difficult, man. Arteta fails to drill this squad as a team. Individual brilliance is useless. Individual brilliance will only save you so much because let's be real. When you move away from the fact that was Chelsea, how many times have we played like that and we've drawn and we've won and it's been papered over the clock? I see a foundation building though, DG. Fair play. I'm still yet to see it. I do think Arteta's a bit crippled with some of these players, but at the same time, man's been here for a while now. If you can't get your thinking through to them, then you've bet on these players, innit? There has to be a level of ruthlessness. There's not a single player he's using there because he's under duress sort of thing. Can we loan out managers? Hope we can win against City, boy. Marie got duppied by Ziyech as well, looking peak for him. I see. Well, I already got that. DG got love for you, man. Keep it up. Appreciate that, my guy. I mean, the beautiful thing about life is it keeps spinning, innit? Just have to keep going. There's no other way around it. We stop now. It's a myth. Simple as that, really. Your lefty letting me down on the right again, bro. Boy. Ah, man. The only thing to look forward to on match day is DG preaching. Man, I'm disappointed, but what can we say? Ramsey, I don't know, man, because we knew it was coming. Arguably, I'm not trying to find positives, but it was better than probably what we imagined. We probably imagined Armageddon. I'm not using that as a reason to be positive, but it's still there's a bad taste left in your mouth, man. Get Graham Potter in. Who would you bring in? Conte, Rodgers, bro. I'd entertain all them conversations. Brendan Rodgers, all these guys, but as much as I can criticize Arteta or Emery, they're all going to get crippled because above them, you've got a technical director. What is he doing? You've got an owner who doesn't want to win. Now, maybe if the owner wanted to win and he said, cool, I might not be putting more money into this thing, but You know, that 130 million you spent, let's get a bit more bang for our buck. I'm not saying we haven't got any, because Ramsdale and Ben White, for example, played no part. Tavares and Lokonga actually looked all right. But you get where we're going. You get where I'm going with that. Either way, the mentality comes from the top down. Bro, Graham Potter comes, he's not going to be able to do this thing because he's going to look left and right. There's going to be problems. Of course, there's a coaching aspects and elements and things like that. But yeah, man, I think he'd get crippled because fundamentally, these players have bad habits, bro. You look at Brighton, forget the players. Them players, they want to learn, you know. Look at Mupe. Mupe tried to act up on the Graham Potter. Did he not get a thingy? Did he not get a discipline? And now he's got 2 in 2. You know, sometimes you've got to pick your battles wisely. I'm not saying certain guys aren't, but you get the point, man. I don't think a new manager can change this in a sense of, yeah, he can, but a new manager can't change this on their J's, man. The mentality, that new manager is still going to hit a stumbling block. I'm not saying that to keep or a manager to go or stay. That's just a fact. As long as the people are above this, that are not serious and don't want to be winners and all these things, this is where Arsenal are going to be. At best, you're going to see a new manager come in. You're going to see that new managerial bounce. You're probably going to win some games we didn't expect, like we did with the FA Cup, like we did under Unai Emery. But fundamentally, when it comes down to crunch time, you're going to see this team for what they are, or the foundations of this club for what they are. I would love Rodgers, but again, shout out to Rodgers. But above him, Leicester are serious. The technical front, they're serious. Conte is not coming if you're serious. Inter Milan run way more serious than us. Won a league title. You know, the man who scored today. They said, Lukaku, we've got to sell him. Hakimi might go. We're trying to keep Martinez, but if an offer comes in, safe. Gone. So what's he going to do at Arsenal? He's probably not going to play Marie, but you think he's going to deal with this? And I'm not saying it means he wants to spend, but when he's asking, when there's time to bring in players that are levels and can truly improve and do what he wants to do, he's not on it. You know, there's no single reason. Why would you want to risk your reputation on a club that's going to give you nothing back? Forget the club. It's not the club. The owner that's going to give nothing back. Myth. So we can scream, get Conte. We can do all of this. You know, Gerrard would be crippled as well. You think Rangers are not surrounding Gerrard when he makes mistakes? I swear the man hasn't had the best starts to the league. But then you look at Rangers. I mean, you look at, Rodgers. I said Rodgers, Gerrard. At least he done under 18s for a season or something at Liverpool. He's been in these environments, man. What do you think Arteta was trying to do tactically? I was confused the whole game. I actually wasn't, you know, beyond the standard, you know, trying to create. I wouldn't say I was confused. Clearly, we tried to damage limitation. We tried to win our individual battles. We tried to be solid, and we tried to have, you know, we tried the same tactical thing we kind of do when we play in big games. So I won't say I didn't see a system beyond us not playing out from the back in individual mistakes. Do I believe in what Arteta is doing? No. Is it unclear what we're trying to do as a club? Yes. Is that really what gives me more disappointment? More so actually than actually losing these 2 games, as much as I can say that, of course. But I think today's more so on the players. And at the same time, it's the second week in a row where I've looked at Arteta. You know, you've set us up a bit proactively reactive. That's cool. But when it's time to react in game, like at half time, something needs to be done on that left-hand side. Didn't do it. Just like against Brentford, we should have switched to a 3 at the back. Didn't do it. So it's a negative cocktail of many variables at this football club currently, man. Serious issues, man. I mean, it's never gone. Mathematically, it's still there. But boy, mentality. Hope we can beat Norwich, but we need to deal with City this week first. Liverpool beat Chelsea next week. Boy, don't know, man. I can see Arsenal losing against Norwich and Burnley. I hope not, bro. I hope not, man. I really do hope not. Hi, DG. I'm more angry that I don't see any improvement from last season than I am losing to Chelsea. There's still no fight for the club or ambition for the club for themselves. Boy. Appreciate that, SB, man. Still can't see a definitive playing style. Just 11 players trying not to get ripped and ending up getting ripped. Agree, DG. No point changing the manager. No decent manager wants to deal with Kroenke. To be fair to you, I'm on changing the manager. It's like, it's just for me, we're gonna say the same old stuff. Like, you can bring in Pep. Pep ain't gonna, you know. I'm not saying Pep's a checkbook manager, but well, when he says I want something, you need to go and get it. We can't do that. We don't nip mistakes in the bud. Chelsea made a mistake. Someone's got to hold accountable for Kepa. Let's bring in the next keeper. We'll persist with certain dons for years and years and years and years and years. It's not even if Leicester want to let Rodgers go, but if a manager wants to go, he'll go. Rodgers has shown that he's on going to bigger clubs and snaking it and whatnot, but there's no logical reason beyond the prestigious historical values of Arsenal to want to get in. You know, when he gets in his office, if he did sign and gets to the nuts and bolts of it, it's a madness. What should we expect from the City game? I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. I really don't know. Amazon making bread. What do you think is the best solution for Arsenal at this point? Stop feeling sorry for ourselves, pull our fingers out in the transfer market. I know what we spent, and start praying, man. If we keep losing how long till Arteta's gone, boy, it's not looking good for him, man. It's not looking good. It's nothing but all about Arteta's garbage philosophy. Arteta don't know his game plan, boy. Boy, man. By the way, Pepe performance is good against Chelsea. Fair play. It's unfortunate what happened, man, but I'm gonna have to live with it, man. I'm gonna have to live with it, people. It is what it is. We lost, innit? Like, we lost. No, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here, people. It's been appreciative being with you lot. I might as well shower, eat my dinner, and yeah, man, watch TV and forget about this game. I'll be back tomorrow and all of those sort of things, people. But yeah, man, there isn't anything else really to catch on with this. Let's just hope things get positive. If not, then I don't know, man.
Against this right back, Charlie.
He always used that active red line defending. I think it's like